Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Z. Bird Zidell. With me, as always, most of my boys are in the building. John's out with monkeypox. We got Dr. Schultz with
up?
9.5 toes. Stay slaying them hoes.
What's up?
And then my co-host, my main man, Moneyline Welsh. What up, Moneyline?
What's going on?
We got a couple announcements to get to real quick. First off, coming up this Saturday, Joe Welsh headlining at Comtra Theater. Could really use everyone's support. It's a big night for Joe, his first time headlining. So get out, get your tickets, comtratheater.com. It's all over our social media. It's not hard to find. Second announcement, don't forget our live show. Tickets are literally dwindling down. Like, please grab your tickets because it gives us an idea of how many people, like, if we need to add chairs, if we need to do anything. Because if we wait till the last minute, it's going to end up, like, fucking us over. We're not going to be able to add more chairs. But as of right now, I'd say 3/4 of the way sold out. So there's still some tickets left, but I'd get them now, not later.
And there's going to be no, like, hey, man, can you get me in here? We can't. It's not our place. It's not, like, we don't have the freedom to, get whoever we want in. So if you're my family, if you're my mother, if you're my brother, my sister, my niece, you got to buy a ticket.
Yeah.
Gotta buy a ticket.
Gotta buy a ticket.
So them's the rules.
Yeah, and this is the week I would go ahead and get all the families should get their tickets and everything. That way the tickets at the end, if there's still a couple left, and like the fans will pick them up. But, you do not want to miss this. We've been planning for this for a long time. It's going to be fucking unbelievable. We've been working 6 hard months behind the scenes putting this together, and it's going to be the best live podcast show of all time. Real quick, want to give a couple shout-outs. We want to welcome Lutz Remodeling. Lutz Remodeling specializes in interior modeling, mostly floors, some stairs, trim, but not the cooter kind. Decks, they don't do nothing on a ladder, but my main man will not fuck your wife. That's a good thing. Bring him over. He's not a real handsome fella, but he'll fix your shit up. So that's Lutz Remodeling, 412-627-5111. Also, major shout-out to Primetime Appliances, who's been helping the podcast for a long time. That's our buddy Tommy. Tommy's done a lot of stuff for us, so make sure you check out Primetime Appliances. Let me find this phone number I sent to Larry. I apologize, I wasn't prepared for that. Here it comes right here. Primetime Appliances, 412-896-1395. That all your appliance needs. Tommy, not a bad-looking guy, but has ethics. So come over, fix your stuff. He won't fuck your wife either. So check out Primetime Appliances, fix your icebox, and then crawl in your ladies' box.
What do we got? A bunch of sponsors that won't fuck someone's wife?
I mean, these guys got ethics,
All right. There got to be a couple creeps in there that'll do some wife fucking.
Well, we do. Just make sure you pay attention to all the commercials. You'll find out which ones do. There's a concrete company somewhere in there that dude's a huge fucking creep.
Yeah, Giuseppe's a real creep.
That old son of a gun.
Oh, actually, it reminds me. I got to give a shout out to my parents. Their 47th wedding anniversary today.
All right.
Yeah, 47 years.
Happy birthday, Brandon Welsh, 30 years old.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Also, congratulations to my cousin Sydney. She just graduated. She's going to Allegheny College. I missed her party this weekend, and that's my gear grinder. I'll get to that later, but...
Well,
All right,
congratulations.
let's get to the show. Enough of this sappy shit. What you guys do this weekend?
I had a comedy show up in Paradise Pub, Monaca. Fucking awesome setup. Big shout out to Kevin Selman. Sky Vodka rep set the whole thing up. Ended up with a packed house. Great show. Just super fun time. The people loved it. He came out to me and was like, he's like, can we keep it PG-13? I said, we're in a bar in Monaca. Just let it fucking fly.
Where's Monaca at?
Right past Robinson.
Got ya.
So
why did you just told him no, right?
I just said, listen, if I get too out of control up there and they're not laughing or responding, we'll switch it up. I said, but let's just throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. He was like, all right, man, I'm taking your word for it. And I got up there and I got into it real quick.
I mean, you did all the hits, I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely the boofing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your dick washed in
That's
the
more
sink.
NC-17.
Yeah, washed in the sink. The massage parlor story. The old lady jerking me off in Black to the Future. So they got a lot of
that's
bang
none
for-
of that's PG-13.
They got a lot of bang for their buck, and they were thrilled with it. Matt was with me. He did a great job. They just loved the show, and we're actually going to be going back up there, so that it couldn't have really went too much better.
Nice. Shirley, did you get in anything?
I was at Dr. Dave's little party on Saturday, and that was about it. I had a good time. I kept myself, on a short leash, and made it home in one piece.
You got to keep your head on a swivel down there. It's like a time doesn't exist.
No.
And
1 second it's 6:30, and the next second it's like
6:30.
6:30. Yeah.
Right.
It's like, oh no.
And you hate your life.
Right, and then like the next 3 days
Cocaine's a hell
are
of a
fucking
drug.
ruined. Yeah.
I did a lot of golfing this weekend. I played in a golf scramble, a big outing. We played pretty well. Came in 10 under. Some old dude. These organized like outing scrambles. People just like cheat. It's like insane. Like these 4 dudes won. They were 400 fucking pounds. They came in like 14 under. It was Quicksilver, a long ass course. I can't bring myself to cheat like that in golf. I've never been like a big cheater, so I don't know.
You never played with Paul?
No. Paul's gotten better
At cheating?
Yeah, well, not at cheating, but I feel like old Yogi doesn't cheat too much anymore. But that's not the real issue. These golf course bathrooms, man, they're public courses. I'm sure you fancy country club folk probably got some better facilities. Actually, I know you do because I've been to 1 or 2 of them. But these public course bathrooms are a fucking war zone, man. It's like a gym bathroom like times 2 because like you're going first thing in the morning, and dudes are just fucking everyone's like hungover from the night before. They got the beer shits going. You're always double dumping next to someone, and I always got to poop because like of my butthole
Yeah.
being
the weak butthole.
the weak butthole being
fresh and
so
so
new.
new.
new. So I'm sitting there, and dudes are just like ripping apart like this shitter. I'm like, Jesus Christ! No one courtesy flushes. It just smells. It smells horrendous. So
Yeah.
it was so bad on Sunday. Saturday was bad. I had a double dump next to a guy, which like is never fun. And like the stall was like a 1.5 feet wide. So I'm sitting in there all cramped up. Me and this dude's like knees or something like almost touching. And
You guys are back to
so
back.
that was gross. But then on Sunday, I go to the bathroom, and the bathroom's like right off like the dining hall. And there had to be like, I don't know, like 50 guys at this bar. It was before we teed off. I walk in, no one's in the bathroom. Some dude, it just got done. The water's still like going down, and I'm like, oh boy. Put my butt cheeks on there, and like
warm?
it was
Is he
still,
warm?
it was like hot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, motherfucker. So I'm like trying to squeeze this one out. And my fucking dude I'm playing with and another stranger walk in. The dude I'm playing with is like, oh my God, Jack, is that you? And I was like, it's not fucking me. Like, there's this guy. He smells like hell. He's like, Jesus Christ. I was like, dude, it's terrible. I can't breathe. And the other guy was like, that ain't good in what you got going on in there, buddy. I'm like, you shut the fuck up.
Mind
What'd
your
you
own
say to
business,
me? I
asshole.
was like, the seat's still hot. I was like, it's still.
Like, come touch your seat.
Yeah. I was,
Did he live poop floaties too?
yeah, they were still, they were still spinning like around, you know. And I'm like,
Remnants.
The corn.
Yeah, remnants of the
Jeez,
storm.
oh man, we got to do something about these they're just a fucking war zone. And like, a gym bathroom's one thing, but there's way more stalls at a gym bathroom
Yeah.
than a golf course bathroom. You usually just got 1 or 2 in there, and it's just like,
It's like a state park bathroom.
oh,
if
yeah,
you're
it's
lucky.
so bad. And then there's a woman's room, and there's nobody in there ever.
You should
'cause,
just hit that.
I'm about to start.
Like,
man.
today I identify
That's how
as a
you,
woman.
yeah, that's how you end up on the news.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Local man.
Jack or Greenfield's Finest Podcast caught pooping.
Listen, any publicity is good publicity.
That's true. Fantasy football. We're coming up on draft time. The text messages are out. People are trying to figure out a date. We're golfing this week. John's like, hey, man, did Yogi hit you up to see when you wanted the draft to be? I'm like, no. And he's like, huh. He didn't hit me up either. I said, because Andy actually said something, and Rosaldo's like, he didn't hit me up. And I was like, he didn't hit me up either. I haven't been in the league the past 2 years. One, because I was literally in the ICU. I remember sending Yogi a fucking text message like, hey, not going to make it this week, still in the ICU.
Right.
Doesn't seem like I'm going to be getting out of here anytime soon.
I remember that. That was, 2 years ago?
That was 2 years ago. Last year wasn't really my fault, kind of my fault. I was going on vacation. We kind of like got our hair, like I got our dates crossed up. So whatever. So I haven't been in the past 2 years, thinking I've been in the league for the, two out of the past
90s.
2 out of the past 20 years. He would make a spot for me. So I find out I'm not in this text thread. John, he left John off by mistake. So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, did you boot me out of the league? And he doesn't like respond for a while. And he's like, I think I might be able to let you back in. Like, let me back in.
When was I out?
Yeah, like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, I almost died. I was on vacation. And he's like, well, I don't know. You got out. Yogi is a commissioner.
Yeah.
He thinks he's just a fucking Roger Yogi Goodell.
I said you got to vote on something like that. You can't
Exactly.
just remove people
You just
on
can't
your
just
own.
remove
Carmen
dudes.
had your back too.
He
Carmen's like,
did.
we got to make a vote.
For sure. I mean, this league has literally been going on like since.
We
I
were
don't know.
doing it in the fucking newspaper. That's how you like check your scores.
Yeah,
dude.
you just have to do it by hand.
Yeah.
So like it's been going on for before. This has been going on before computers.
Yeah, before the internet for
Yeah.
sure.
So I bitched, and then we found our one friend really doesn't give a fuck about it anymore. So he's like, I think I could let you back in. Like he did me some giant fucking favor. And like that's the last thing you want to fucking owe Paul was a fucking favor.
Oh, because he got to move or something.
Yeah. So I'm back in, and to be honest with you, I don't even really want to play fantasy football this year. But I was more mad that I was booted out of the league, and I don't want to miss the draft.
That's what I was gonna say. The draft is worth every penny of the fucking.
So I hit up Lester. I was like, dude, like, do you want to split this? Thinking like he could run the team out there. I'll just draft the team.
Right. Yeah. We'll just get hammered at the draft.
Yeah, but he didn't seem too much interest in it. So whatever. Here I am back in the Yogi League, and we'll see. We'll see that draft day. We'll have some stories out of that day. Somebody almost always gets divorced.
That's why it's back in Johnny Burns'
Yeah.
house.
Yeah. Where it belongs.
Absolutely.
Our one friend sends me a ticket yesterday, a deli ticket. It said A44 for like Dino. You know what I mean? Look at this. Like one of those things. Like,
Yeah.
he's looking after me. A44 was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Aladino Leonardo, 44 football number. I go to sleep and I dream that I'm golfing. There's a giant 44 in the fucking sand trap. And I'm like, oh, so I wake up. I'm like, that was fucking weird. Go on my fucking phone to see if anybody hit the Mega Millions. Look, there's the 2-digit number now. 44 fucking hit.
Oh,
No shit.
And I was like, this is fucking strange.
He was trying to help
man.
you.
Trying to. I mean, 40. The 2-digit really doesn't pay out too well, Dino. So let's help on the Mega Millions money. That's where I need.
Anything helps.
Yeah, I think you get like $2.50 per dollar on the fucking.
Oh, is it
yeah.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
Through a 10, you could
Yeah.
have locked in on a 10 spot.
And the fucking thing is like, Courtney sent me that. And I was going to play the Mega Millions, and like my weed brain's kind of bad right now. It's not it's not firing like it should. I think I might have to give it a little rest.
A little foggy.
Little fog. Yeah, but yeah, I thought that was a bunch of weird coincidences. Old fucking Dino fucking with me, but that would have been nice. Maybe $1,000 or something like that. But weed brain cost me
Again.
dude. I had a major flying around my crib for like the whole weekend. It was driving my dog fucking insane.
I was just gonna say my dog goes nuts. Man.
Like nuts. There's nothing you could do except kill that fly. And like flies are hard to catch, especially those little fast motherfuckers.
You gotta try to get it out the house, dude. You gotta turn the
you
lights
just try
off.
to like shoo it. Shoo fly. But so Paisley's going fucking bananas over this fucking fly. And I was like, all right, I have to murder this thing. I can't get it out of the house. Like it's me versus this fly right now. So I'm high, chasing this fly around the house, and like I gave it like a fucking like a triple deke. I faked like fucking left, like I was going left, went right, came around. The fly tried to do a swoop on me. Dude, I threw my hand out, gripped this fucking fly, and caught it bare hand. Dude.
Live.
It was buzzing around in my hand.
That's a good accomplishment.
And
It makes you feel good,
like
don't it?
Mr. Miyagi, and Lena was like, "Do you have it?" I was like, "I have it." Then I was like, "It's in my hand," like a real pussy. So then I fucking like ran it, threw it in the toilet, and fucking flushed it. Like I didn't think I was gonna catch the thing.
No, you never do. You know?
No. So when I fucking
He's in there for a day and a half, though. He was a little bit winded.
yeah, he was running out of gas. yeah, well, why the shit on my fucking accomplishment, surely. But Paisley definitely fucking wore it down, and I fucking just caught. Still, dude, catching a fly.
Yeah.
I still got the feeling in my hand of it buzzing around. I don't like that too much.
Should have just crushed it.
Nah, I couldn't have did that. I did like,
he's like, ew.
yeah,
yuck.
the adrenaline was going. Then I realized that it would start buzzing in my hand, and then I was literally like, ew, yuck. We got the Pittsburgh Port Authority changing its name to Pittsburgh Regional Transit. Seems a little. They're trying the old Pittsburgh. What the fuck is the Pittsburgh Port Authority? Trying to get a little fancy.
It seems like
Pittsburgh Regional Transit, and
it seems like changing their name isn't going to fix all of the problems.
No.
They have,
So like I clicked on the link to see what the Pittsburgh Regional Transit was. They're changing the bus colors to like silver. It looks
it's paint
like
jobs.
Yeah, it kind of looks like
New
the cop
uniforms.
cars. Yeah, a little sleeker. And then it was like, yeah, and we're gonna clean off all the surfaces and have circulating air on the bus. Like, well, I feel like that probably should have been a thing for the old Port Authority.
You would think,
but
It's not.
You were a bus guy,
A
Z-Bird.
huge bus guy.
I mean, the bus is the Wild Wild West.
My last bus rides were whenever I worked downtown 4 years ago, and then like I would go back up to Munhall and take the bus, and they were like, it was a nightmare.
How many buses was that, too?
No, it was just one.
Oh, Munhall to downtown?
Yeah.
Really?
There was like a 60-some, it was like a 67, something weird, but it would take me 53L, that's what it was. It would take me literally right to where I needed to go because I was living with Stutch at the time. Shortly after I got a vehicle, those bus trips were like, The bus trips when I was on drugs, though, were completely fucking insane because you would literally have nowhere to go that day. And you'd meet up with another drug addict and let's just go ride out to fucking North Hills and we'll go steal shit. So we have no getaway, no nothing.
How are you getting on the bus? Did you have a pass?
Yeah, if you're in the methadone clinic, you get a bus pass.
Oh.
So everyone at the methadone clinic had a bus pass, and we were like, dude, we can get wherever we need to go.
it was like the methadone Uber.
The methadone express. So we would hop on that motherfucker and just go wherever it would take us before they would kick us off because one of us would nod off. But like I remember the one time
the meth express.
we're out, and I want to say we were like, not even that fucking full. We were out, it was North Hills, and someone got caught stealing, but like I remember it was so fucked up because it was a chick that got caught stealing, but she had my wallet she had my bus pass in her thing because I didn't want to lose it because I had on like sweatpants and she
had to steal shit too.
Yeah, and I wanted.
You
to
needed the room.
She had my bus pass and she gets busted, and I'm just stuck out there. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? And I remember I went into a store. I remember exactly which store it was, Kohl's, and I remember like there was all this shit just sitting up front, and I like literally just wheeled this card out. And it was like a bunch of useless garbage. And I called one of our friends. And I'm like, dude, can you please come get me? No. So I brought all this shit on the bus. And the bus driver.
Wait, how'd you get on the bus? Do you have a little bit of money?
I dragged the car. No, I told the bus driver, I'm like, dude, I was with this chick. She fucking took off. I just need to get back into Pittsburgh. And luckily, he got me into Pittsburgh. I was like, dude, I said, can I get a transfer? He was like, here, man. So it's like 8 o'clock at night. I luckily get to Greenfield where I knew I was going right to one of our friends' house. I was like going to give him the deal of a lifetime. It was a bunch of shit like novelty gifts, but it was way overpriced novelty gifts. I'm like, dude, look at this. There's like $5,000 worth of stuff. He was like, who the fuck would pay $700 for these Chinese checkers? He's like, I want American checkers. He's like, I'm not playing Chinese checkers in this house. I'm like, just give me something for this. I'm like, just give me something. And like, the dude, he ended up giving me $100. I ended up like selling him everything. He probably threw it out, and then like I ended up catching the bus going back down to go to downtown to catch. And the bus driver like seeing me like, you probably stole all that stuff, went and sold it to someone, and now you got a little bit of money and you're going to buy drugs.
Yeah, idiot.
I'm like,
you see this all the time,
right.
dummy.
Like, you figured me out,
Yeah.
and the dude was like, well, if I'd have known that, I would have offered you something for some of that shit.
Yeah, I love Chinese checkers, motherfucker.
It was like weird board games, but yeah, I slept on a bus before. Like the one time, the bus driver, like I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna sleep." He was like, it was like 2:30 was his last run. He's like, "Man,
in the morning."
Yeah, he's like, "You got to get off right in front of Shadyside Hospital." So I walked out of Shadyside right into the hospital and just laid in the like waiting room. Like, can we help you? I'm like, my mom's in there. They were like, okay. 20 minutes there. So there's no one back there. I was like, I don't have anywhere to sleep. They were like, here, go to this place. This isn't a homeless shelter. I'm like, oh, whatever. So I just walked to the methadone clinic. I was first in line.
So I put this on on the episode, and it wasn't much of a story, but I was like, I know if I bring up a bus, like Z-Bird's gonna fire off 3 bus stories. And go ahead, buddy. You got another one?
Yeah,
fire away.
Good job, Jack.
This one was when I was up in Beaver County, and I remember I met this older lady in an NA meeting. I was living in a 3-quarter house, and like I was embarrassed to like hook up with her because she was like 55, and I'm like 30. She wasn't really that hot, but like I wasn't getting.
It didn't really matter.
No, and I remember like the buses up there are a little bit different. They're like coach buses. You know what I mean? So we started getting weird in the back of the bus, and she was performing oral sex on me, and I was like, "Listen," she was like,
"Is there anyone else on the bus?"
In the front, but no one in the back.
Well, did you have to go up like 2 steps in the back? Is that how it used to be a coach bus?
Yeah, you gotta go up 2. No, not in the back though. But you walked up, you went in the back there to them nice soft seats. So
Okay.
Older, woman, gentleman. Yeah.
He was so hot.
Oh boy, that just slipped there a little bit.
This older chick. I don't know why I said this older chick. She's eating my gun in the back of this bus. And then, like, the worst thing that happens is all my boys get on the bus because they're going to the mall. And, like, I'm, like, kind of in the back, and I'm like, please don't come back here.
Dude, this story sounds like you're, like, talking about it yourself when you were, like, 12 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because, like, then all my boys came, and then
when you go to St. Patty's Day?
Yeah.
No,
Like, you got a bunch of boys that were hopping on the bus, too?
Yeah, the 3-quarter house, dude.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, everyone that was in the 3-quarter house was catching the bus, and I was going past the stop because I wanted to keep getting the smoker. So I'm like,
right.
So they get on the bus, and they're like, and then they run right to the back. I'm like, fuck. And they're like, they see me, they're like, I know what's going. Oh, that's what's up. They're like, so I'm like, fuck it. By that time, I was in too deep. I was like, we're getting off at the next stop and getting a hotel room. I was like, all right. We got like some shithole. It was like side of the road motel, like bed. It was like a fake bed and breakfast. It was like $18 for an hour. You know what I mean? I was like,
any hourly place is a real establishment.
I was like, I need 1 hour and a breakfast sandwich. You got it.
Sold.
Yeah.
$19.
And then I had to fucking buy her a 6-pack. I found out she was relapsing. I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean,
I was like, I thought we were in a program. She was like, yeah, I like to drink. Who cares? I got to get drunk before I have sex. I'm like,
well, I'll get you a 40.
a 6-pack for a swinger ain't a bad deal.
Well, I smashed.
All right. Even good.
Oh, yeah,
Even
right.
better.
That's a deal.
But she was like, yeah. But some older dude ended up finding out about it, and he was like all pissed off. Like,
Was it his old lady?
Yeah, I was just
yeah, there was like, they had a little bit of a thing.
Why else would he care?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He came out to
Her
me.
husband of 30 years found out she blew me in the fucking back of a school
Well,
bus.
he was like, yeah, guys are going around. I know this can't be true. They're saying that they see me on the back of the bus with my wife. And I'm like, are you guys married? He was like, well, I'm getting ready to propose. And I was like, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't, my man.
wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think she's a keeper, pal.
He was like, oh, well, I'm going to kick her out. I'm like, well, don't go that far. Because I might want her to catch her on the rot back down. She ain't staying with me, but yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. I like my 1 year at CCAC, like I didn't have a car yet, but like a bunch of us like went out there. So like I'd be able to get back and forth. One day I couldn't. So I took the 55M down, and like, I always used to forget money when I was in CCAC. Like, I would go out there, or just didn't have it, I guess. Yeah. Fucking. So I would like go out there with like $5, you get something to eat, and like try to get home. So like I get on the bus, and I think I fell asleep, and it was supposed to drop me off in Homestead, and I was supposed to transfer over to Greenfield. And I fell asleep. It like took me all the way past like out to McKeesport to like the bus station.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And
I got dropped off there before.
Yeah. And dude was like, "You got to get off." I'm like, I can't. And he's like, "Dude, you got to." He's like, "I'm seriously done." And I'm like, "I got to get back to Greenfield." He's like, "Why'd you stay on?" I was like, "I fell asleep." And he's like, "You fell." And they were treating me like I was like a drug addict.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dude, you picked me up at CCAC." I had no money. And the dude was like, "Here, man. Here's a transfer. Like." Go over there and wait on that
You
bus.
have to go across the street.
So I just went on to like another bus and waited for somebody else to start. Dude comes on. And he's like, "What are you doing on here?" I'm like, "Here's this." He takes that. He takes my transfer for whatever fucking reason. Gets me back to fucking Homestead. Now I'm in Homestead with no fucking transfer.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I got to get to Greenfield. He's I can't help you, buddy. And I'm like, just a college kid. I had a backpack on, like, and that's everything. And like, I had to walk from Homestead fucking all the way fucking
That
back.
bridge is long as fuck.
God,
I've walked that once.
I mean, I walked from CCAC before. I walked from CCAC South all the way home.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was fucking a nightmare.
That's a hike.
I was supposed to get a ride to the Alder Rice football game. The girl that was supposed to ride me, like, we just missed each other. Like, and like, I would go to one entrance when she was looking for me. Then we go back and she'd be at the other entrance. She just thought I wasn't in school that day, but we had a plan to pick me up. So that day, left my wallet. I left my fucking cell phone. Maybe I didn't even have a cell phone yet. So I'm at CCAC stranded. Backpack, that's fucking it. Call the 2 numbers like I can like collect. No one picks up. So I'm like, fuck. You know, I'm looking around. No one could fucking ride me home. I don't know anybody. So I start walking.
Should have went to Mo Gear.
So I walked to fucking, well, Yogi was already at the game or was going to the game and didn't have school that day because Yogi was one of my main rides back then.
Okay.
And fucking, so I start walking. And I'm like, I don't know which way to take. So I don't go 885. I keep going, and I walk Streets Run because in my head I thought it was a shortcut.
Wow.
Boy, was I fucking
That's
wrong.
the longest fucking route you could have taken, bro.
And like, I was thinking in my head, like, man, it would be a little safer maybe than like 885.
What, so you could get attacked by a bear?
It was such a mistake. It was insane. I was on Streets Run for so long that I thought I wasn't even on Streets Run anymore. I thought I really got myself lost.
You thought you were in that movie Lean on Me? Like so looking for a dead body?
So like I'm like walking and I'm walking around the guardrail, along the guardrail. I have this giant backpack on because like I bought all my books that day or some shit. It was like the first week of fucking school. Dude, I smack my head off the fucking guardrail. It was fucking unbelievable. Continue to walk. I literally like pop into like a store that I finally see. Like, hey, am I still on Streets Run? Because like that's how long it fucking took me. And they're like, yeah, where are you walking to? I was like, Greenfield. They're like, well, I mean, you got a ways to go, but like, just keep going.
Just go straight.
So I did, and that's when the fucking the Glenwood Bridge was closed.
Oh, fuck.
So you had to go through.
Remember it was closed for like
Yeah.
they were redoing it for like so I have to I can't take the Glenwood Bridge, so I pass Hazelwood, fucking go through Homestead, walk across the fucking Homestead High Level, finally get to Wendy's. I'm in the Wendy's bathroom like just cupping water and fucking drinking it. So fucking dehydrated. I fucking come out. I see the girl that was supposed to ride me home. She's like, where were you at? I was like, where were you at? She's like, what's going on here?
Why are you all wet?
She's like, did you just walk from fucking CC? The game was over. It took me, I don't know, it had to be 5 hours at least. It was such a trek. So like she rode me home from fucking Wendy's up the hill. Like it was unfucking believable.
But like that probably felt so good because like that last part of that trek is like you got to go up Hazelwood Avenue.
Yeah, but it would have been all hill. But like, dude, I was so at that point.
You were already there, babe.
Yeah, man, dude, I was sore for fucking days. I fucked up. Then like,
that's
my grandma lives like in Lincoln Place. I could have walked there, but like. If I would have walked there, like they might not have been home. Like it was one bad decision after bad decision.
It was a catastrophe.
I was just thinking in my head, like I'm gonna run into someone eventually.
Right.
But I was just
not on Streets Run Road.
No, not until I was pretty much back in Greenfield. Fucking unreal, dude. Larry, let's get to these voicemails.
Boys. It's Mike from Houston. Well, the caller formerly known as Mike from Houston. I'm now Mike from Brentwood. That's a long story, and that's not what my gear grinder is. My gear grinder and Rosado, sorry if this hits home a little bit. I don't know if you boys drive these big, giant diesel trucks on 376, just minding my own fucking business, listening to the podcast, actually. And this motherfucker comes over. First off, he does I got to fucking sneak up on the side of you and the right-hand lane too far. That's another gear grinder. Then the son of a bitch gets in front of me. He's going. Now he decides after letting people go all the way up in front of him, he wants to punch it. Oh, anybody who's been behind a diesel truck knows what the fuck happens. A big giant fucking cloud of black smoke comes out. So I got to deal with that all the way up fucking Green Tree Hill. I'm gagging, coughing, can't hit my fucking pen. Goddamn sons of bitches. What the fuck? You ain't even pulling nothing. Dude probably got like a goddamn fucking shirt and tie on. These dudes who drive these big giant trucks, no need for a diesel, and drive like an asshole. So there's like a whole bunch of gear grinders in there. Not to mention the fact that back in the South Hills, boys, old lady threw me out. She wasn't too thrilled with the Greenfield's finest podcast. All right, boys. Sorry I missed a couple weeks. I've been homeless, so I'll talk to you guys. I hope you have a great week. Peace.
It's pretty awesome.
Glad you got a home, landed on your feet.
I heard the bus is nice if you're homeless.
Yeah, if you looking for a place to crash in, like take the new buses. They're supposed to have some fresh air. Yeah, I mean trucks are assholes, man. There's just no fucking way around it. They think their shit don't fucking stink. They bully you around the road. Like, you just can't do anything about it.
Listen, I feel bad. The one day I was coming up a hill, and I have a diesel dump truck, and when I switch gears, like, dude, you get a puff, you know what I mean? You get a puff of black smoke. This dude's, and I couldn't help it. Like, I had to switch gears right then, or I was gonna lose momentum.
Shoots a puff every time.
I fucking got this dude. He's in the middle of the street, like, fuck you, you motherfucker. He's pissed. Like, sorry, dog. Like,
whoops.
Hold your breath. I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, that reminds me. On the way here, like, I'm driving obviously, and I'm making a left to turn like on the road to get to Etna from Millville. And, like, there was a bunch of cars, like, in a row making us left. So the girl had a stop sign, and she was sitting there, I don't know, 3 or 4 cars. So, like, I, like, see her, like, motion to, like, the driver, like, that was before me. And, like, I'm looking at her because I knew she did something. I come around, she's giving me the finger. And I was like, I just stared at her, and I just gave her the meanest fucking finger ever.
Just stopped right in the middle of the street.
You stupid.
I'll shut this whole intersection down, motherfucker.
I'll ruin everybody's day.
Yeah, right. You think
you're
a dick. I'm a dick.
Yeah, I'm going to go nuts. I was fucking fuming for about 20 minutes, and all I was thinking about, like what? Give me the finger, because, like, you're sick of waiting? It's not your turn, you fucking dickhole.
It sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. But, like, yeah, it's going to be your turn. Fucking just wait. I was the last car, too, and she's just giving it a finger. And I'm like, what if I hopped out of this? What if I was some sick maniac and hopped out of this car and caused a real fucking scene? And then I'm the asshole, but you're the dumb fucking shitbag giving everybody fucking fingers. And now I'm jumping on your fucking hood like a lunatic, and now I'm on Channel 11.
Yeah, right, yeah. I mean, like I said, any publicity is good publicity.
I remember I was dating this one girl, and she calls my house phone. That's how long ago this was. And I'm like, hey, what's up? And, like, she had a cell phone at the time, a brand new cell phone just came out. And she's like, you got to run outside. So I, like, run outside. This dude is like, she gave some fucking lunatic the finger, and the dude was chasing her in the car. And I had to run out. I'm like, oh, what's going on? Like, I still didn't know what the fuck is going on. He's like, you better tell that stupid bitch I'll cut her finger right off. And he sped away. I'm like, you better chill out with that fucking finger, dude.
Excuse me, stupid bitch. He's going to cut your finger
off. He's going to cut your fucking finger off. Like, you better chill out. I was like, what if I wasn't home? Like, she wasn't coming to my house or anything.
Listen, don't be bringing that drama over here, you motherfucker.
Like, yeah, got me running around in my fucking boxer shorts, fucking some fucking 42-year-old dude's gonna rip my fucking head off. You better quit that fucking shit.
You've been dating nubs.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we should see other people.
Yo, Big John from Virginia Beach. I gotta be honest, I don't have any gear grinders. Life's been good past week, but I do have a scenario. Who would you like to party with the most from the Greenfield Finest podcast? I'm gonna rank you guys in order of who I think would be the most fun to party with. Coming in last place, Z-Bird, you're sober. Coming in third place, Jack, I don't want to worry about if you're going to fucking die at any point during the night with your whole health history. Coming in second place, this was tough, but I have to say, Johnny Rosado. Mm-hmm. Johnny, I think it'd be a good time until a certain point, and then I think you'd probably get a little angry. But number one guy to party with, in my personal opinion, Anthony Shuley.
Thank you, Big John. I'll party with you any day, buddy.
Good time guy. Anyways, boys, love the podcast. Take it easy.
All right, I got to step in here.
He's not wrong. Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong.
I get what he said. Yeah, oh, he's right. Yeah, he's Shuley's the man. He's fun to party with. Sure he is. But I'm telling you right now, Big John, if the rains, let's pray to God they never come off. But I'll fucking smoke, outshoot, outsnort, outdrink anyone on this fucking podcast.
Anyone in this building.
I'm retired. I'm out of the game. I cashed in all my party chips already. I ain't a lame duck just because I don't fucking grease my weasel. You know what I mean? I still know how to have a good time, but it's just on a sober tip. But yeah,
So Big John had himself a week. He was just he was all over town sending me pictures fucking on Twitter, literally all over the place. Well, he had a blast. That list is accurate right now, just because like I don't go like literally a tenth of the hard I used to go. And then like I was at Dr. Dave's this weekend. I don't even drink.
Yeah.
So and like Zebra, like you are sober. So like the list is correct.
Yeah.
And he's right. John gets to a certain point, then he starts punching everybody. And when I say punching people, he doesn't like get and fight punch people. He just comes up to you and just gives you like body shots for like continuously until you like push him away. Then he comes back 5 minutes later and then he does it again.
Or he'll slap you right in your fucking ass and you have a hand marker.
So, yeah, no, that's a pretty that's the list. That's the list. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Bill Franchini from Greenfield. Hey, I just wanted to share a nice little shit my pants story. The last time I shit my pants, I was 30 years old. I was at dinner with my wife in North Carolina. So we got done eating. I was slamming a bunch of Crown Royals. I go to the bathroom, taking a piss at the urinal. I'm like, oh yeah, I got a fart. Guess what? That was shit. I just shit all over the back of my all down my leg. Went into the stall. Luckily, nobody was in the stall. Took my undies off. It's bad. So I'm like, fuck. What am I gonna do? I cleaned myself up as much as possible, but I had shit all over my leg, all over the back of my pants. So I walk out. Luckily, we were done eating, and I told my wife, I was like, hey, I need to leave. I'll meet you at the car. Pay the check. So once she got out, she had no idea what the fuck was going on. So she says, what the fuck happened? I was like, I shit my pants. And she just hysterically pointed and laughed at me the entire, 20 minutes home to the house. But more of the story is, if you want to get your chick to pick up the check for dinner, just shit your pants. And then they have to.
I like
that
move.
It's not a bad technique. Not a bad technique.
I like that move, Franchini.
It's a real good move.
The old poop and run.
Dude. After you eat at a restaurant, you never know how a fart's gonna go, because you don't know how much oil they put in that shit. It's your butthole is lather. It's different.
Wait, you're lactose intolerant, right?
It's more, not really, but yeah. I can't have too much.
Like certain cheeses, if I eat, I'm like, oh, that doesn't feel healthy. You know, I'm gonna need to get the fuck out of here.
Your stomach flips, and the other side's full of shit.
Yeah, right. You got the bubble guts,
and
then
you think you're just letting a nice innocent fart out, and next thing you know, you're ruining a nice bathroom.
Right.
And your pants.
Yeah, you're walking out of there with a fucking paper towels wrapped around you.
He's so right. He's so lucky no one else was in there.
Right.
Full restaurant. Anybody, one other guy in there. That's all. That takes that scenario from a bad case scenario to horrendous.
You might have to hang yourself in the stall now.
Yeah, buddy,
with your shitty pants.
Hey man, you okay? I just shit all over myself. Can you help me? Will you go get my wife?
And that guy's laughing. He starts taking pictures and posting on social media. Then tells all of his friends he's with, because it's for their high school reunion. Dude, come in here. This dude shit his pants. And there's 12 dudes looking at you, laughing at you.
Dude, think of the guy in the fucking Steelers sink this fucking year.
Yeah.
Poor guy. I'm sure he farted. Didn't go the way he thought it was going to go. And next thing you know, he's on Barstool fucking cleaning his britches.
Yeah, he had to do a 180. You know, he was going this way, then he was he did a 180.
I wonder what happened to that guy.
Probably, got some new underwear and stuff. He's probably doing good.
He's probably okay.
Yo, what's up? It's Kenny.
Yeah,
Real quick, Johnny. No particular order. Buffalo chicken dip. I like the spinach dip when they put it in the pumpernickel bread and hollow it on. And that cream cheese dips, they make it with taco, with lettuce and tomatoes, whatever. It's pretty good. And good French onion right from the store, and nacho cheese. If you bring a French onion to a barbecue, I'll eat it, but I will talk behind your back about how fucking cheap you are. Anyways, I had something else I was going to say altogether, but then I heard about Jack's 3-tone Neapolitan pecker. I got some questions. So, Jack, it gets dark to light. So in the typical stereotype, is it bigger where it's dark and smaller when it gets light? And does it taste different? Have you ever been told that the different colors have a different flavor? Oh, man, the world got to know.
My man Kenny.
Well, Kenny, when you come to the live show and I ask you to let me know if my nipples are beefy or not, I can pull my dick out and you could take a look too.
Take a lick?
Yeah, you can take a look if you want. I've never heard anything about the taste, but yeah, it is. I mean, your wiener's a little fatter at the bottom, right? And it does go dark to light, so yeah, that's correct.
I thought you were a hammerhead.
No, that'd be weird. Is that a thing? I guess that wiener's just got giant heads on them. I don't know.
Big old
veiny bastards.
You could draw eyes on that motherfucker.
Looks like a big old shark.
Yeah.
Looks like an old man's cane.
Looks like a garden gnome on top of your dick.
As far as the dips go, that's a pretty legit list that he put together there. The hollowed out spinach and Oracle and the pumpernickel like Red Bull, that shit's fucking fire.
Can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with that. I love like container store-bought French onion dip. It's so fucking good.
So does my wife. Dude.
Dude, I smashed it today. Did you ever have Martin's chips?
No.
Can't say
It's
that
called they're called Martin's. They're in ghetto shop and saves. So like the first time I ever seen them was in the white trash shop and save in Lincoln Place. And the second place I seen them, and like, so I was going to my brother's house for a cookout to pick some shit up. I looked at the chip bag because I've never seen them before, and some hillbilly lady behind me like, you should try them chips. They're delicious. And I was like, if someone tells you.
Where were you at, West Virginia?
No,
Same thing.
Lincoln Place, so yeah. You know that shop and save I'm talking
I know,
about.
I'm just fucking with your accent. I was just fucking with your accent.
That's what she sounded like. So I grabbed them. They were fucking really good. And then they were in the shop and save by my house too. Martin's chips. You ever see them? They're like in a white bag. They're bomb. Check them out.
I'm gonna check them out. Up at the store I go to right by my house. I go there once in a while. They have wrapper chips, and those are just
wrap snacks.
Yeah, they got like little boozy Louisiana hot and all kind. The baby.
What's the best flavor?
I didn't try any of them. Yeah,
Master P makes Ludoff wrap snacks.
Yeah. The little boozy Louisiana heat looks like the one I'd go with, but I don't know. There's there's one for like 6 different wrappers. Whoever's down with No Limit, they got a wrap snack.
Yep, there's tons of wrap snacks. All right, is that it? Let's take a little break.
All right, everybody, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're like me, you probably have appliances in your house. TVs, ovens, dishwashers, microwaves, all types of stuff. That shit's going to break. And when it does, make sure you call Primetime Appliance, 412-896-1395. They deal with all insurance and warranty companies. They do all the work. All you have to do is call 412-896-1395. Primetime Appliance. Give them a call. Man, the other day I went to the hunting supply store and I got a cooter detector and it goes beep, beep, beep. And I'm driving through the south side. Next thing I know, that thing starts going off like crazy. Beep, 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 beep. It took me right into 12 Whiskey Barbecue at 1222 East Carson Street. Man, that cooter detector is the best thing I ever bought. I ain't never seen so much cooter in my life. When I went in there, I couldn't believe my eyes. I never seen so much cooter. I went in there for the cooter, but then I looked at the menu and the food was delicious. Some of the best barbecue in the burg. Not only that, they had every drink I could ever think of. So 12 Whiskey Barbecues filled with cooter, barbecue, and good drinks at 1222 East Carson Street. Make sure you stop down if you like cooter, barbecue, and drinks. 10-4. Oh, yeah, brother. I just drove past your house and it looks like your wall's falling down. This is not good for business. Because guess what? If that wall comes down, I'm climbing up that hill and banging your old lady. So yeah, every one of your neighbors thinks you're a giant piece of shit and you can't afford a new wall. Well, guess what? I got a phone number now you can. You better call Just Walls at 412-889-4401. Fully insured, and build that wall before I come up here and I bang your old lady. Dig it! Hey, what's going on, everybody? Z-Bird from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Right now, if you're sitting in your house and you're going to go up to the bathroom and you're shitting inside a plastic bucket, you're probably in trouble. Then if you go into your bedroom and there's buzzards flying in because you ain't got no fucking windows, you're in real trouble. Well, guess what? I got good news. Bath Factory and Window, 412-951-3939. They handle all your bathroom and window repairs. They've been in business for over 100 years, and their great-great-grandfather came over on the Mayflower, and he installed the first shitter in the White House. So you can trust Bath Factory and Window at 412-951-3939. Stop shitting on a bucket and getting eaten by buzzards. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Fast Podcast. We're about to jump into Corn Dick of the Week. Moneyline, who be Corn Dicking this week?
We got a mom saying her daughter is traumatized because she found a smoked Newport, in her daughter's chicken fries from Burger King.
My mom would have been so heated that Newport was smoked. Because if she would have been like, fuck, she'd be like, we can't even smoke it now.
I was going to say, was it shorted or was it fully smoked?
It was about half smoked.
So that's a prize.
It's still 50 cents value, street value.
That's gonna turn your chicken fries into like your menthol.
Newport fries.
Yeah.
Right, might
Well,
be
they don't
fire.
have menthol no more. Now
Yeah.
it's just a bunch of
It
chemicals.
might be,
Okay.
yeah, Kentucky Fried Newports might be fire, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't see what's wrong with that.
I'll give it a whirl.
Yeah, unfortunately, it landed in the wrong hands. Like, if a homeless dude find out, that would have been a double whammy. Where he's like, oh my God, I got dinner and a half a cigarette.
Dinner and dessert.
Yeah.
That's a big win.
Yeah, like dude, when you're homeless, you're smoking cigarettes off the ground downtown. Someone's putting one in your salad. You don't even got to look for one.
Listen, if you're going to Burger King, you got to think like there might be a square in my food. That's part of the allure. Like that.
Was that the one Sid worked at?
Yeah.
Greenfield?
Like, listen, Burger King was a wild, wild west. So if there's a little fucking cig in there, that just pick it out, throw it away. You can't even return it. Like, hey, there was a cig in my shit. That's just something you throw away. Dip it a little extra barbecue sauce and keep it moving.
If you come up to the manager like, here, I found a cigarette, like, listen, lady, you knew what you were getting into when you came here.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
And you would have fired it up right in your face.
They probably literally brought in a sketch artist the next day because the dude working it back was like, yo, man, I lost half a square there. What did it look like? They drew it up and was like, have you seen this cigarette? And they're like, oh, my God, that's a cigarette. It was in my salad. He's like, can I get that back? You know what I mean?
The mom saying her daughter's traumatized, she was just figuring, like, how can I spin this to try to sue Burger King? She might get a couple bucks. Who knows?
I remember when I got a cigarette in my fries at Burger King. We should get a class action lawsuit going.
Dude, but I mean, yeah, people definitely do anything. I don't see them having much luck with the fast food industry. I mean, because I don't know, though.
She might get a couple Whoppers out of it.
A smoked cigarette, because that shows that whoever was making the food was blazing.
Yeah, they were smoking squares and they fucking fell out of their mouth.
Or they had no.
They might have been a little high or something. They didn't realize it was out of their mouth.
I know exactly what happened, dude. This is a Burger King, right?
Yep.
So the dude in the back smoked his cigarette. He's like, it's a 100 Newport. You know what I mean? So it's pretty long. He smokes half of it, puts the other half in his ear, leans over into the thing. Yeah. Ipso facto, you got a Newport burger or fry, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
We have a mom in Greensburg. She's in trouble for selling her daughter's piss for cash and also selling her Adderall script. Mother of the year here. She was already in jail. Her daughter was had foster parents. Foster parents go through the girl's cell phone. They felt like there was some weird shit going on. Go back to conversations with her and her mom, and it's the mom threatening her like, "Hey, if you don't piss in these, you're not getting this. I'm gonna take your phone.
It's clean piss?
It's clean piss," and she was selling it. Did you ever piss for anybody before? Did you ever anybody piss for you?
Yeah.
I pissed for someone before. I'm thinking you probably had someone piss for you.
Weirdly enough, I actually
a
couple years ago I pissed for someone else.
I pissed for someone when we were really young, and they just smoked a little bit of weed and fucking. I think they're still in that gig. They just threw some hand warmers around it, and that was it.
Were you 13 years old?
We weren't. No, we were adults, but we were very young adults.
I remember someone asked me one time when I was 12 to piss for them, and they were getting a job at Federal Express, and it was a cool older, one of the older dudes. It was super cool. Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, man, I'm down for the cause. I got. And then he was like, because dude, we know you got clean piss. I was like, yeah, I mean, it is right now. You caught me at the right time. He's like, dude, do you drink or smoke? I'm like, no. But I was like, fuck, dude. It was
cheese fries and hammer slushies, buddy.
I thought I was gonna get a kickback on the job. Nothing. What I mean? No, nothing. Never came back.
Yeah, because it's a big to-do, and then you never hear. And then that's the end of it. They get the job, and that's it.
They forget about you.
They forget about your piss.
Yeah.
Man, that would be terrible. Your mom, go piss in this. or you're not getting your cell phone.
I mean, I can understand her selling her Adderalls. Like, you know,
Yeah, sell her
she's,
Adderalls.
obviously, she's a piece of shit.
That's nothing.
I would say the mother's obviously a huge drug addict, and she's definitely selling the Adderalls to buy drugs, or probably taking some of the Adderalls, and then they're probably in a methadone clinic because that's who's tied in with people that constantly need clean piss.
Right.
Like,
Well, I was
normal-
going to say probation officer. That was my guess.
Normal adults aren't tied in with people that constantly need clean piss. They're already
Right.
employed in that. It's probably a methadone clinic thing. She's probably, my daughter, she'll like, well, doesn't your daughter take Adderall? No, I steal them off her so she can't take them so she can have clean piss.
Yeah, they're just Tylenols.
Yeah, she's like, oh, okay. That's why she's walking around the house banging her head off the wall. But maybe she does need them Adderalls. But at least her piss is clean. So, yeah. What a fucking scumbag mother.
Wild video of a diver in a clear shark cage
Yeah.
almost gets ripped to shreds. This dude's in, like, the middle of the ocean in, like, a shark cage that was clear. It looked like a storage, like a clear storage bin this asshole was in. Shark
Tupperware.
Yeah, shark hits it, and he's like, oh, was that a shark? And they're like, yeah. Next thing you know, a giant great white comes up, fucking puts his mouth on this, and just rips this cage to shreds. It wasn't even like, it was open. You know, he was like above the water and like looking in, and so his body, it's amazing this dude didn't die. This shark fucked this cage up so fast. The dude was just swimming. He was shitting his pants. I'm like, well,
Shit, his wetsuit.
You're the fucking moron that fucking hopped in the fucking ocean. You know giant sharks are down there.
I kind of
And-
wish the shark would have got him.
Yeah, the sharks need to send a message like, leave us the fuck alone, man. Because it's getting too much. Like, you're jumping in here in Tupperware containers now. Like, get out of here.
Dude, so it's Shark Week. That's all my kids are watching.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
it's-
sharks, man.
I used to be a big Shark Week guy. It's very repetitive.
It is like like you said though, it's repetitive. You could watch like a little bit of it. My kids want to watch it all the time, and I'm like, okay, the next time I take you to the beach, nobody wants to go in the fucking water.
Yeah, that would scare the shit. I swear, for whatever reason, well, like we went to the beach a few years in a row when I was like younger, and it was always Shark Week. Like every year we were down there, it was the Little League World Series, and it was Shark Week.
Yeah, and that's in your head, dude.
Oh,
You know
fuck
what I mean?
yeah. It's still in my head. I'm an adult. There's not a second I'm not thinking
When
about
I
it.
left to come here, they were watching like Air Jaws or whatever. They jump out
they
of the
put
water.
that fake
and shit.
seal in there.
Yeah,
Bam.
dude, like those motherfuckers get up, man.
There's not a second that goes by that I'm in the water that I don't think about a shark or a jellyfish.
Jellyfish is my first reaction because
Yeah,
you're in the
mo-
shallow, you
there's-
don't see too many sharks, but you do get stung.
You
by
do get
jellies.
stung. We had a Russian robot break his 7-year-old finger for moving a chess piece too quick. Well, you want to fuck with a Russian robot and you want to cheat a little bit, that's what you get, you little fuck. This kid was... This thing crushed its finger.
Yeah,
Did you watch the video?
I watched the video.
He went. I guess he like moved too. I don't know if he was trying to double move. They said he moved too quick.
I think what he did is the thing's on a sensor. I think what he did was he kept his finger on the piece, hit it somewhere else, and then went to move it. And I think it had the sensor of like it should have been on that spot where he initially touched it down.
Yeah, obviously the robot like didn't mean to break his finger, but I wouldn't put it
Russian
past
robot.
the Ruskies
Yeah.
either, dude.
If
It was in
it breaks,
Moscow.
it breaks.
Yeah, like you can't just be letting this little kid win.
You must teach them young.
Yeah, it was. That kid's never gonna fucking cheat in chess again, or at least pay
Yeah.
attention what the fuck he's doing.
Or he's gonna use his other hand.
The fact that we're just like talking about like a kid getting his finger broken by a Russian robot, and it doesn't seem that weird. It's fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You got a point
Yeah.
there. You got a
It's-
point there.
It's almost like they're setting like this is the new norm. Like you
I mean, it
know what
almost is. Like I seen that video and I was like, huh. These I knew these robots would be trouble.
Yeah, the fucked up part is we're comfortable with it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We talk about a robot like every other week on this fucking show.
And we haven't even, and we'll just go back a little bit in time when we were talking about the robots that had guns on them. Like, they're not even out playing chess. You know what I mean? Wait till them motherfuckers go out and they want to play pickleball. Everyone's getting fucking stuck.
Yeah.
You know, robots up North Park. Are they going up there to see the Steelers? No, they're going up there to shoot everybody.
All the cheaters at badminton.
Yeah.
Klondike is getting rid of the Choco Taco.
Oh, it sucks.
Huge mistake.
I like a chocolate taco.
I did too.
I never ever. I think I bought one once. It's not really my go-to.
Were you talking? You talking like off the truck?
Off the truck in a store? It's not my go-to. So like I can honestly say I probably bought like one chocolate taco in my life. They're good, but I kind of you don't see people eating Choco Tacos too often.
Right. Off the truck, though, you can't go Choco Taco. Kind of messy. You know what I mean? That's something you
Really?
buy in a
I
box at home.
Yeah, I feel like the
think it's
Choco
cleanest.
Tacos.
It's very
Yeah, because
clean.
you got the waffle cone there.
And the wrapper.
Right. Yeah, if you eat it that way, for sure.
Oh, you're eating it out the wrapper like a gentleman.
Yeah, well, like, dude, like, Don Kogo's, they had them forever. Like, even sometimes at lunch, like, sometimes they would have the ice cream Twix, which are so fucking fire.
Yeah, they're
but if they
delicious.
didn't, they'd have Choco Tacos. And, like, dude, yeah, you, like, rip it open. You know what I mean? Me and my Hispanic friends would sit around during lunch, and I'd fire down a Choco Taco. Or, like, they'd look at it, and they'd be like, dessert? You know, I'm like, go get one, cuz. You don't know what
It's going to change your life.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. Like, if you go into Kogo's, like, Snickers ice cream is always, like, my go-to. So it's
Okay.
impossible for, like, me to go to a Choco Taco. I was just saying this the other day. So this is actually really funny. There was, like, an ice cream truck that went to Eddie's, like, shop in California. Eddie was like, hey, man, can I get a Reese cup and yellow Gatorade? And the dude, sure, no problem. Came back with a red Gatorade and a Twix.
This is what we got,
and
asshole.
Eddie just ate it up. Like, I just like a pussy. I just fucking paid for it. And that was it. And I said, like, Twix are good. And, like, they're a treat when I get them. But I'll never buy a Twix. So, like, if I ran, like, Halloween and shit like that when Twix are around, I'll eat a Twix. Like, man, that's a good fucking Twix. But I'll never just go buy a Twix.
You mean
So
the
that's-
ice cream Twix or just the regular?
I'm talking about the regular Twix.
The ice cream Twix are off the
Yeah, they're
banger.
really good too. But like it's just so fun. And then to get a red Gatorade when you think a yellow's coming, that's fucking devastating.
That's a slap in the face is what it is.
Yeah, it really is. Red's fucking trash.
Terrible.
We had a 5-year-old in Alabama dressed like Chucky and scare the shit out of his fucking neighborhood. Z-Bird, you sent me this one.
Yeah.
This little fucker looked like Chucky.
He looked like a sick, demented Chucky.
Dude, he fucking was going around and he was harassing people. What a great idea. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you got to love the kid for the throwback nostalgia.
That got to be the dad or mom,
Yeah,
right?
his parents are cool.
100%. The parents are like, they loved it. Do whatever you want. And they got him the because he didn't get the outfit on his own. He got the outfit. He was jumping out on people, having the time of his life. No harm, no foul. Yeah, people said they were terrorized. I find that hard to believe. I mean, you could clearly see it was a child living, not a doll that was possessed by a demon.
Yeah. But in the day of like Hezbollahs and like people like that, you don't know if that is that a little person?
Say Hezbollah?
Yeah, you know what a Hezbollah is, right?
No.
The
Well,
little guy.
the
You don't know who a Hezbollah is?
Oh, yeah, from Russia. From
Yeah,
Russia, the
right.
fighter, yeah.
the little fucking dude. He looks like he's like he looks.
I
Like he's
thought you
old.
told Hezbollah, the fucking terrorist organization in fucking the Middle East.
No, I'm
I
talking
never
about a
heard of them.
Hezbollah.
No,
I
missed
have
that
no
one,
idea what
Shul.
that is.
He's a little guy. He's like fucking. He looks like he's I don't know, a little baby. He's like 40 years old. But anyway, so you never really know what's chasing you around. It's all fun. Listen, if you want to dress up like Chucky and you want to like fuck with me, it's great. It's funny. But if I punt you, it's not that funny.
No.
Like, I better not get in trouble because I punted you. Like, listen, you're dressed up like Chucky. I'm fucking punting you.
If I kick you in the
here's,
mug.
here's the thing, like, was he just like from what I seen, it was like he was doing a lot of like jumping out on people and scaring people. If it's adults, it's funny, but like if you're walking with your kids and your kids are there, and then little Chucky jumps out, scares the kids, and now your whole night's fucked. Your kids can't sleep. Now you like pretty much got the right to like go back to the house and like light it on fire.
Listen, if you're there with your kids and someone jumps out like that, adult, kid, whatever, your first reaction is to be punch him right in the fucking face.
Punt. If someone's little like that, it's a punt.
Yeah, but my kids are little too, so I got to get low with them, and you know,
Yeah.
you got to protect your family.
Yeah,
dude.
I like the idea of a punt, like punt a 5-year-old. See how far you can get them.
How fun would that
Hey,
be?
you got to put
If
your
you-
hand up
if you-
first.
There's not too many opportunities in life where you're able to punt like a little person or like a little kid. They dress like Chucky and they're
and not
fucking
be
with
wrong.
you and not be wrong. Exactly. So I mean, you got to get a punt where you get a punt.
Get him where you get it.
We
Dude.
got a video of a guy dressed head to toe in Padres gear. I think this was at the All-Star game, trying to get an autograph. He's like, it was so pathetic looking. He's like begging to get the autograph. Ends up elbowing a kid in the fucking head. What a fucking weirdo, man. You run into dudes like this at fucking card shows and shit like that?
Yeah, it's as soon as I seen it, the first thing people were hitting me up like, dude, is there really people like this? Like 1,000%. People were like push kids. Like, say, I'll give you the best example. So, when a new cards come out, and you go out to get the new cards, and say they were coming out at Target, you don't see any kids waiting in line. Kids will want the cards, but it's all fucking adults. and like literally adults who are like doubling back, I've seen them do fucked up shit. Like an adult guy had 3 small children with him, and you were allowed 1 box per person. He tried to have his fucking infant son make a purchase, and the lady was like, no, none of your kids are buying a box of cards. 1 for you. Like your fucking 2-year-old, your fucking 1-year-old, and your fucking newborn infant.
You fucking weirdo.
But I'm like, dude, but there'd be like kids there. They'd cut the line. Like, dude, people when it comes to shit like that, like autographs, sports memorabilia, it's a fucked up attitude to have. It's every man for himself. I'm so glad this dude got killed on the internet. The All-Star Game is meant for kids. It's to get kids excited about baseball. And like they're the next generation come up. And when you're pushing people out of the way, just like with the hobby of baseball cards, sports cards, they're literally pushing these kids out of the hobby. Kids are like, fuck it, I don't even want to get involved now. What, I can't get the good cards because these old guys buy them all?
Do you think this guy was just like a super fan fucking weirdo, or do you think he was trying to get a ball signed to like resell? I honestly think he was a fucking like a loser, fucking grown
certifiable
weirdo.
With his attire on, I'm going towards weirdo. He's been wanting this ball forever. This was his chance, and he was going to get it no matter what. And he fucking elbowed that kid in the head like
pretty hard too.
Yeah, like and like his facial expressions wasn't like.
Yeah, there was no remorse behind it after he elbowed the kid. He was and like there was like some hot chick in front of him too, like looking pathetic like that in front of like some hot girl. Like
have some dignity.
It was fucking. This dude's a fucking.
So
loser.
wait, I didn't see this. What was the repercussions after he elbowed the kid?
The video stopped. I don't think anything.
Yeah,
I mean, he got destroyed on the internet. So
well, I was hoping the kid's dad beat the piss out of him.
Wherever he works at, he definitely looked like a fucking dickbag. And if he has a family, which I doubt, he don't look like a guy with a family.
But he's definitely in his mom's basement, like looking at the baseballs that didn't get signed, just like making a people to kill list right now.
Speaking of family, Elon Musk's dad has multiple kids with his stepdaughter. Fucking rich people are weird, dude.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking gross.
Yeah, and like she wasn't super young or anything. I think like this started when she was in her 30s.
Yeah, but he was like 60 or something. Yeah, he was very old, and she was like half his age.
Was she hot?
She looked okay. Nothing major. Nothing like right home about.
But he had her as his stepdaughter,
like for like
since,
a while.
She was like a kid.
Yeah, dude.
And then
weird,
groomed her.
Yeah,
like a fucking
literally
pervert.
Yeah, fucking
you're
gross, dude.
Not that it definitely makes it weirder like that than if it was like he got married. And then there was a stepdaughter he just met who's 30, and then they end up hooking up, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, that wasn't the case.
Well, who was the other dude? Woody Allen. He did that, didn't he? With his stepdaughter.
It wasn't his stepdaughter. It was just a 17-year-old girl.
No, I'm pretty sure it was his stepdaughter.
Right, yeah, I think
pretty sure it was his
something like that. Yeah.
Well,
that's what I mean. Like,
it's like you said, it's the rich people.
These rich
once you get so much money, you're like, I'm going to do the
strange.
weirdest shit I could think of.
We have a girl on the internet that only showers every 10 days. She said she doesn't care if you think she stinks. She said she's proof you don't have to shower because she looks good and feels good. Breaking news to this girl, she looks like a bag of hell. She was disgusting. Showering every 10 days, I can't imagine what that muff smells like.
Yeah, her cool.
Oh, I hope she's not vabbing, dude.
Yeah.
It smells like a fucking sushi restaurant dumpster.
Like, could you imagine, like just like the... So she's not showering. I don't know if she's changing clothes or whatever, but like her coos would have like that little green smoke that comes out of it, like in
like
cartoon,
like in the Ninja Turtles.
I
was thinking like the sewer.
Yeah, like you got a sewer crotch, and it's just fucking leaking out, and like your fucking poor family's like, get in the fucking shower. Your pussy's ruining this house.
Not only that,
pits?
I was gonna say her armpits are like onions, probably.
All the hot spots smell like hell.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
tits, pits, and where you shits.
Yeah.
Tits, pits,
Gross.
and get around all them places where you be shitting. Shit.
We have an Israel couple that was arrested for negligence after a person is sucked into a sinkhole underneath their pole. You see this video?
Yeah.
It is fucking nuts. So these two people in Israel looked to be pretty wealthy. This pole was fucking gigantic. The video starts and the sinkhole's already happening, so you don't see anybody go into it. 2 people went into it. I think one died. It was like 43 feet deep underneath their pole, and like the pole just opens up at the bottom, and all the floats and shit are fucking like going into it, and people were just like sitting there like so stunned, drained this whole entire pole, and like it killed people. It's a insane looking video.
Yeah.
That's pretty scary shit.
Scary as fuck. So I don't know what these people did. I don't know if they built a pole and didn't pull any permits or something like that. But they're on the hook for something because they
got
arrested and they're on house arrest.
Yeah, because you got to think, like, when you're building I just watched someone have a pool built, and there's, like, massive amounts of gravel that goes underneath.
There's, there's rebar, concrete, fucking all kinds of shit.
So, like, for there to be a sinkhole, it's almost like they put the shelling of a pool inside.
Or just dug it out and put some liner there.
Or they got those ones you see, like, on the highway. It's just like a plastic, and you dig a hole, you put that in there.
Well, that's what I'm saying, yeah. And, like, dude, and, like, they did no prep work, and it's just, like, boom.
It was scary looking, man.
There had to be some kind of issue. 43 feet, it ain't because you didn't put gravel. Like, there was something going on underneath their fucking house.
It was something. They're fucked. They're in house arrest now. But yeah, it was a wild looking fucking video. Brother in arms, Vince McMahon retires from WWE.
What a legend.
He went out very quietly. I hope he might be sick.
Well, he went out because of that scandal.
Oh, is he jammed up?
Yeah, big time. He got jammed up. It was over allegations, allegedly, that he was, well, this part isn't alleged. He had paid off one of the former wrestlers $10 million, I believe. It was like because there was a sexual...
Female wrestler?
Yeah. And then another one came out and said that she was paid off a long time ago. And I'm like... that has to be against some kind of agreement, you know what I mean? But like, she came out, and then the newest one came out. He's on the board, and they're like, "Dude, we can't be paying."
It's bad for business.
You being a creep, like if you want to be a creep, go ahead. But like, and he didn't want to see the WWE.
So is this recent or like a while ago?
This is pretty recent.
Recently, he got jammed up, or like these these payoffs.
Recently, these payoffs.
Oh
came
wow! So he's probably been doing this shit fucking forever.
Oh, that's what they said. Like, dude, this isn't
this just didn't pop up out of nowhere.
On Mark Madden, they were like, dude, this isn't like breaking. Like the people in the wrestling world, this isn't breaking news.
Right.
Old Vince has been
but he's a smart guy. He's a gazillionaire. I'm sure he has a lot of non-disclosure agreements out there, so other girls can't come forward.
I get what you're saying with that. Right. So he's smart with like that, but. By stepping down, he's no longer the face of that organization.
Right, and then the shitstorm's going to come out.
Right, it's like Roseanne
once
had
that
to leave
shit
the show.
starts, yeah, right. Once that shit starts, and you don't, it doesn't matter what you signed. That shit goes out the fucking window.
Yeah, I guess.
Huh? I don't know how I missed all that. That's the first I'm literally hearing about. Because I saw it. I was like, he's retiring. It was like literally a tweet. I was like, that's not very Vince McMahon like at all.
Style.
Yeah, I thought that was strange. So that makes a lot more fucking sense. Bad news, boys. Fuck, I wish Rosado was here. Hair loss and sexual dysfunction are long-term COVID effects now. So you're going to lose your hair, and you're not going to be able to get your wiener hard.
Best tweet
no hair, no boners.
Best tweet I seen when I read this thing, it was the older woman. Her name was like Patrice. She said, "My Harold's had COVID for 20 years."
There was a bunch of that.
Oh, dude.
He's bald and limp.
Yeah, poor Harold doesn't even know what fucking Twitter is. He's sitting on his fucking recliner watching a fucking Bucko game or some shit. And then next thing you know, his old ass wife's going viral making fun of his bald head and his fucking terrible dick.
Yeah.
Leave Harold alone.
Oh, dude, God bless Harold and his fucking limp dick. But yeah, just another reason you don't want to get the COVID.
Yeah.
Kid Rock had to cancel a show because of weather, and boy, did they go fucking insane. Did you see these hillbillies all wound up?
Yeah.
Whew! They start trashing that place.
It was ornery.
I forget what fucking city it was.
Might have been Detroit.
I don't think it was. I think it was like, I want to say Minnesota or some shit. Wherever it was at. It doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a place that would trash.
The way you said it, you were like, "Oh, I think it was Minnesota."
Well, that's how those fucking idiots sound, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I thought it was his big home show.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was Detroit. I mean, that would make sense. They love old Kid Rock. In Detroit. But yeah, man, they weren't having it. I mean, what do you want the guy to do? Cancel the show? There's lightning outside, you fucking lunatics.
He's on an aluminum stage.
And to be honest, like it goes like Kid Rock canceled the show. It's not like Kid Rock's canceling the show.
Right.
It's like the place holding the event is like, hey man, it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
Our insurance won't let us have you out there.
There's checks and balances here, dude.
100%.
Like, exactly. Insurance. If we do this, we're no longer covered.
You
and we're
get fried,
yeah,
you're done.
Yeah,
you better fucking come out here, Kid Rock, and we want to hear some shit.
We want to hear ball with the ball.
Dang with the bang.
He's
the
like,
boogie
"Where's
boogie."
that damn midget you was with?"
That dude's way dead, right?
Yeah, I know. That
Yeah.
was a bad joke, I guess.
I mean, fuck that dude.
It was not too soon. He died like 10
He's
years
been dead
ago.
forever. That motherfucker used to run
Joe
around that.
C.
Yeah, Joe C. used to run around that stage like crazy.
Get a ton of coups.
Man, Kid Rock had the world by the balls. He made so much fucking money.
He was rich though before that. He was like a yuppie rich kid, dude, pretending to be white
was
trash.
he?
Yeah, oh yeah. He comes from a
Really?
very rich family. Absolutely.
I didn't know that. I thought
Oh,
he.
yeah.
I believed all of his songs.
No, I mean, hey,
Yeah.
I thought he came from the streets.
Oh man, the old Kid Rock and Limp Bizkit days. That was something.
that was a
time
weird.
to be alive.
That was a weird musical time.
Sure was.
I used to
I
love
was into it.
I liked
was
them
into-
both.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
don't get me
loved them
wrong.
both.
When Nookie came on,
Yeah, I fucking love Limp Bizkit.
yeah,
I had a red hat and everything.
yeah. Who didn't?
We got a horny rocket scientist in trouble for hiring a hooker to work a government contract. So this dude's a rocket scientist. He has the ability to hire people. Signs this lady as under a government contract to clean his apartment in the nude and give him blowjibbers.
Wait, does
What
it
a
help
legend.
him perform better at his job?
Yeah, does the album better be a
then,
rocket
then
scientist?
fucking let him do it.
Let him fucking go.
I like rockets.
Wonder how long this legend had this scam going on.
for years.
Probably since COVID, for sure.
Yeah, this isn't. This
like,
isn't. It
I would
didn't
imagine
happen last
rocket
week.
scientists were working from home before COVID.
Yeah.
Or at least not with prosties.
Yeah, man, what a legend.
I kind of like this.
Wonder how he
guy,
got
dude.
jammed up. Really didn't say.
He loose lip sync ships. I
Yeah.
guarantee you tell one of the other scientists, like, listen, I got Lucy coming over. She cleans my apartment, sucks my dick. I don't pay a dime. The government does. Like, how'd you do that? He told one guy, then that guy tried it. Next thing you know, you got 47 rocket
Some idiot
scientists.
told his wife.
Lucy wouldn't blow him, so he's like, I'm snitching everybody out.
Or no,
Yeah.
you got 47 rocket scientists all got these fucking $500 cleaning bills from the same lady.
Yeah, that's
That's what it was. It was an audit.
Yeah.
And they're like, you live in a one-bedroom fucking apartment. Why
You
are
guys
you
live in a dormitory. It's a studio dormitory. Why does it cost
You
$500?
guys are roommates.
Speaking of hookers, Subway offers free sandwich for life for anyone who gets a foot-long tattooed on them. Z-Bird, at your darkest day, if this comes out and all you need, like, listen, you're on drugs, but if you just get this tat of a foot long, you have a place to eat once a
gotta
fucking
flash
day.
it.
You get a foot long. You just got to flash the tat. What do you got that tat?
No, like here's the thing: if someone would have said something like this, Z-Bird, we'll get you high today. If you go to get a tattoo of a foot long, right now, I'd
If
be
you get
like,
a tattoo of a giant T.
yeah, and you could do drugs for the next 20 years. I did it, but they were like, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
There's going to be some idiot that gets this fucking tattattoo for sure.
There are
There's been
some already
multiple.
had.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, for
multiple
sure.
people for
But,
sure.
like, I want to know, like, did they get like the meatball marinara, the cold cut trio? Because that kind of makes a difference.
Well, do you think Subway's limited in that? They just give you a cold cut combo, or
I'm
they let
thinking
you get
gotta
whatever you want?
I pretty much
Zesty
think
Italian.
advertisement. You pretty much got to get the cool cut trio because, like, if you start getting into like the spicy Italian,
Subway melt.
yeah, like you got to put bacon on that tat, like it's costing more.
What's your go-to Subway?
Dude, honestly, I would say, probably the spicy Italian, or no, the Italian BMT, not the spicy Italian.
I got you. I haven't had Subway in forever. You eat Subway?
I don't eat it very often. I haven't had it forever, but I go to Subway Melt. I don't even think it's on the menu. It's you say it though, and they're like, I got you, buddy.
The Subway melt, is that like the chicken bacon ranch melt?
No, it's like
Roast
ham,
beef.
turkey.
Yeah, that's good.
With the bacon, and I
Yeah.
get a little hot pepper cheese, little pickles, little olives, mayo.
I was a meatball guy.
The meatballs are a good fallback. on
Yeah,
it.
they're like I've seen an article like how
Oh, they're not good for you at all.
man,
No.
Little
It's not-
poison,
it's
little
not meat.
little balls of like poisonous meat,
Of
fake meat.
death.
And then I was always the chicken bacon ranch was a good one for me. But I haven't had Subway in forever. That smell was so weird when you walk in there.
Yeah, it's like is that good smelling like bread cooking or is that like
you can
disinfecting?
Never, you never know what the like. It's a weird smell that only smells like that in Subway. You'll never smell that smell anywhere else.
You hustled at Subway for a little bit, didn't you?
Work at Subway?
Yeah.
No, I worked at Panera.
They it's weird. The one in Greenfield is never fucking open. So like I eat lunch right across from there, and like sometimes like I'll go in there, and when the one day it is open. I clicks in my head like that motherfucker hasn't been open in 5 days, so that meat's been sitting.
Yeah,
there.
they didn't get new stock. That's for fucking sure.
So I'm
the
like,
turnover ain't so great,
but dude. People were literally going there all day during lunch, and it's just not open.
That's wild.
Yep.
PETA is torching Floyd Mayweather for getting his grandson an $18,000 mink car seat. Shut up, PETA. Fucking broke boys.
Yeah,
mind your
fucking business.
He wants to get his grandson an $18,000 mink car seat. Fuck, that's what he could do.
You know how many jobs that created right there?
Do you think there's
somebody got to kill him, raise him?
You think there's a store that sells mink car seats, or is that
that's a custom job?
You think it's
there.
a special order item you got to go get?
Oh, that's like some high end shit. Like somewhere where you go get a coat, you're like
you go to your fur dealer.
Yeah, fur dealer. Be like, I need this mink seat made for my grandson. They're like, it's gonna run you about $18,000. He was like, all right, whatever you do, let PETA know because I want to get publicity out of this too. Let everyone know I'm buying my grandson this car seat.
Yeah, right.
Does PETA I know they try to go after people, but like. I feel like celebrities like used to give a fuck a little bit. They used to throw like the blood, the
fake
paint.
blood on you.
They used to throw the paint on like fur and shit like that. But I think everyone just tells PETA to suck their dick now, more or less.
Their time has passed.
Yes, that once Joe Exotic came along and said, "Fuck Carol Baskins, that fucking bitch, and fuck PETA. You ain't taking my motherfucking animals. I'm gonna tell you right now." He's like, "We're going to war," and like all the big cat people are not scared of PETA. You know what I mean? PETA did not scare them.
Didn't the one dude just get arrested?
Yeah, he was like crazy.
He was like a
weird sex crime.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with PETA. He was just like fucking over
It
humans.
had to do with penis.
Yeah. He showed her his garden gnome.
This video is one of the more wild videos I've seen in a long time. We had a guy in Philly eating his girlfriend's ass on some random person's steps. First thing in the morning. You could like tell it was like morning out. Like it just like the way the sun looked. It couldn't have been any brighter. The dude was sitting. There was probably 12 steps going up to the house. They were probably like on the 4th or 5th step. Mm-hmm. The girl standing in front of him, guy sitting down and just eating her ass right in the middle of the fucking morning. Like, it was the weirdest fucking video. The dude that owns the house comes out like, get the fuck out of here, throws a bucket of water on him. So this dude's just mid-ass eating, gets hit with a whole bucket of water. I don't know if it was scalding or what.
I was just going to say,
they like got up. They were just like so fucked up. Like they still didn't know what was going on. Like the girl didn't even pull up her pants. I feel like they just went down a couple houses and like continue the assing. Like, dude, it's one thing like to be like the morning you could just tell they've been out all night and shit like that. But like fucking catching a swinger. Very strange, but makes more sense just to be like just
greasing O-rings,
eating butt first thing in the morning like that. Like, ugh.
They wanted Cheerios.
Do better, buddy. Do fucking better. Jesus Christ, your mom's gonna see this now. She's not gonna be happy with you. Charles Barkley one step closer to joining the Live Tour. So now is not only Live fucking ruining golf, they're now going after basketball too. This sucks.
It's the only. I'll be honest. The only thing I do watch on the basketball, because I'm not a huge basketball fan, is the clips of him and fucking Shaq. Like, I'll watch the highlights of their show.
That's
like,
the same thing I do.
I'll be like, oh, what did Shaq and Barkley do? And like, don't get me wrong, I still love Shaq, but like taking that component of Barkley out of there, it's like there's no replacing a Barkley.
Sucks, and it's like. All right, now you got Barkley. Like you gotta grab Shaq, and what do you have? Shaq and Barkley, like fucking calling golf.
That'd be great.
Like Barkley would be really good at golf.
Yeah.
Let him moonlight. Let him do both, because you can't take him off basketball. But like,
yeah, he brings in a huge crowd. The back and forth between him and Shaq is the only reason that I watch that shit too.
I mean, I'm sure Barkley's. I can't see Barkley wanting to do this full time with Live, so he might just be doing this to run up the
money's
fucking.
Right. If the money's right,
like the Live money is fucking right.
Yeah.
Doctors say beer could help you survived during the heat wave. Good for you.
Who, Dr. Kevorkian?
Yeah. That has to be the worst fucking advice of all time.
They said that Dr. Dave.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
hey, it's been 100 fucking 2 weeks in a row. Keep slamming beer. You're going to be all right.
I'm in the best shape of my life right now.
Dr.
Man.
Dave's like, bro, I'm telling you, dude, best thing to do right now, guys, chill out. I'm going to make some shots, have a couple beers. You'll feel so much better.
Yeah, he's
bro.
like, dude, I got the late night grease coming. It's going to be awesome.
Just think of what your mouth feels like after you drink a night of drinking like 15 beers. You're the thirstiest dude in a fucking America. This doctor's definitely killing people.
If you've ever fucking busted your ass outside and then you're like, I was working at a guy's house I know, so it would be like 2 o'clock. Like, hey, you want a beer? Like, no, dude, I don't want one now. But then, 3:30, 4 o'clock, I'll have one before I leave. You sweat that out like instantaneously, dude. And you're still like hot pipes, thirsty.
Does it taste good? Like,
it tastes good, but you're like, it's glug, 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 and then it's gone, and then you sweat it right the fuck back out. I don't see how it hydrates you.
It's like drinking beer when you golf.
It's refreshing, but I don't think it hydrates you. I mean, I'm not a doctor either.
If you're casually like drinking beer when you're golf, you sweat that fucking out usually pretty good.
Absolutely.
But if you're going, I mean, don't get me wrong, if you're going hard chucking beers and shit, you get pretty fucked up on the course. Astronauts are not allowed to jerk off in space.
Yeah, imagine the mess.
Well, yeah, they're more worried about if they're up there with female astronauts.
Yeah.
That sperm can find its way into their puss and impregnate them. That seems pretty impossible.
It's a long
to me.
shot to
but
me.
This was an article written. This was they were talking about like the cleanup. They're like, you get on everything. So like, if you're an astronaut,
you gotta jerk off in a sock.
Yeah, they said don't jerk off at all because they said there's a chance you could knock up the passengers you're with up in space. I was like, man, was there like a load floating around outer space?
Yep.
An oyster just floating around.
Here's the weird thing about this. Something had to happen.
No doubt something had to happen.
For this to come out like, hey, guys.
Yeah, as a public announcement.
Everyone was going into one room jerking off. Lindsay went in there. She's pregnant. We don't know whose kid it is because your jizz is everywhere.
Yeah,
or
you're taking
did she
a nap.
get plugged in space, came back pregnant, and was like, oh, my God, Steve jerked off in the fucking module.
Yeah. Or were they just like jerking off in different corners? And like, there's so many loads just because, I mean, it would be funny just floating loads everywhere.
Like, is it foggy in here? Like, no, that's our loads.
Yep. Because once you get up in space, what do they do up there?
Jerk off, obviously.
Jerk off. Just float.
Right. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Like, you can only run so many experiments for so long.
Right. It's not like you're outside doing it. You're staying in. So it's just jerk off city.
It's staycation.
Yeah. Just fucking floating loads hitting your eyeball. We got an astronaut, we have a puppet-themed wedding.
Yeah. Hold on. Talking about the puppets. Russ is in the house. Russ. What are you looking at, fucko? I'm Russ the Groundhog, Gus's cousin. You know that saying, keep on scratching? He got that from me because I'm addicted to heroin, that fucking piece of shit. And now he's making millions. Him and that crackhead Punxsutawney Phil. Ask me anything you want, Moneyline.
Where'd you come from, Russ?
What a stupid fucking question. From the ground! The ground, I tell you. I'm a groundhog. I'm not a street hog. Oh. What are you looking at, Four Eyes? You're the reason I voted for Roe. Roe. How'd Wade end up winning?
Russ, you can't say shit like that, cuz.
I'll say whatever I want. Hold on a second, boys. Who's ready for lunch? Where's that pussy risotto at?
Dude, you just can't come in here and fucking insulting everybody all fucking wound up, snorting coke, chugging vodka. Fucking, you jerking off? What the fuck?
This ain't the space station, guys.
Yeah, this ain't your loads
yeah,
to be
when I heard you talking
place.
about Space Wars, I said, I got a little something for you. Oh, what did I go too far?
I think so, buddy.
Keep on scratching.
Oh.
You guys were talking about heroin earlier. Who got some? Not me.
Oh, this went off the rails.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to get this fucking Groundhog under control. We'll be right back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast. I don't know about you, but I ain't got time to be packing boxes and moving stuff all the way around the tri-state area. I just don't got time for it. But I got to move. What am I supposed to do? Thank goodness I found out about Miracle Movers. Fully bonded and insured, serving the Tri-County area. And they go long and short distance. I just found out they do commercial delivery, too. That's Miracle Movers at 412-419-2620. 412-419-2620. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It looks like spring's right around the corner, and them construction projects are popping up. Well, make sure you call Allen Construction, 412-954-8337. Licensed, insured, fully bonded, and they've been around for over 65 years. Make sure you call Allen Construction, 412-954-8337. Get the job done right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I don't know if you've ever had a problem like me, but if you've ever stuck your dick in the light socket, you're probably going to need an electrician. Well, good thing Greenfield's Finest Podcast has Plug Electric as our official electricians of the Greenfield Finest Podcast. If you're looking for a good electrician, contact Plug Electric. Ask for Vance Hall. Phone number 412-298-6770. That's 412-298-6770. And stop sticking your dick in the light socket. Hey, what's going on, everybody? You're probably looking outside your house right now, and it probably looks nice. Well, maybe it looks like shit. If it looks like shit, call 412-521-9045, Rosado & Sons Landscaping. And guess what? We just don't do landscaping. That's right, folks. Do you have some concrete outside? It's looking weathered. Maybe your back deck looks like shit. Are you sick and tired of looking outside and seeing shit? Well, did you know that Rosado & Sons also does pressure washing too and free quotes? So call 412-521-9045. It's very affordable and reliable. Make sure this summer, get all your projects done and call Rosado & Sons, 412-521-9045. Don't hesitate. You'll be late. What's going on, everybody? It's almost that time of the year where you got to go get your sidewalks or your steps fixed. And I don't trust a lot of these idiots out here right now. I really don't. Thank goodness Giuseppe & Sons is in the area, and they're always on the job. If you're looking for any type of masonry work this season coming up, please call Giuseppe & Sons, 412-421-6711. And make sure you tell them Rocco sent you, huh? Hey, if you're looking for a fun night out in the South Side and you don't want to get punched in the face, check out Finn McCool's at 1501 Carson Street. Go there, have a good time, and don't get punched in the face. Finn McCool's, 1501 Carson Street, and tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Real quick, if you want to check out that clip of Russ, make sure you, this week, if you can, watch that on YouTube. Let us know what you think about Russ the Groundhog, what you'd like to see him do. If you got any questions for him, fire him away on YouTube or on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. But we're trying to get Russ a little bit more active in the show. Even though he is a heroin-addicted groundhog, we still love him. So,
Russ on YouTube's going to be fucking funny.
Yeah, Russ on YouTube's be funny.
Old YouTube Russ.
Yeah. So YouTube Russ, we're definitely making more clips with Russ. He's kind of went off the deep end there. But
you think Russ is going to come to the live show?
Hold on. Yeah, I think that's a yes.
That looks like a yes. He's chopping his blow up right now.
That's just him nodding off. Wake up. I'm going to hit Russ with Narcan. But, all right, everybody. Looks like we're about to jump into what's grinding our gears. Who better get kicked off than Anthony Shuley? Shuley, what's grinding them gears?
All right, so my gear grinder comes from a mutual friend of ours. So as we were talking about before, Dave had a little party going on this weekend. Our friend was pumped to go. His wife had plans with her friends. You know, kids were out of town, or not out of town, but out of the house. They were going to make a weekend of it. They get a phone call that they're getting, like, people they know are coming into town. Hey, can we crash at your house for the weekend? You know.
When do they get this phone call? What day? Like,
well, no. So it was previously planned, got canceled, came back on the books, right? So they're like, okay,
wow.
Can you do it? Like, oh, yeah, absolutely. So our friend and his wife cancel all their plans for the fucking weekend, right? These people come there at like 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to, like, oh, I don't want to impose. Like, well, then you should go to a fucking hotel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? And then the next day, they're like, oh, we don't want to impose on you. And they're gone, like, after breakfast. They're gone the whole day.
So they used them.
Yeah, so our friend is like, why the fuck you didn't tell me that? You know what I mean? I could have went out all night and got fucking pissed, steaming drunk and God knows what, you know? And he was like, they tried to be so nice that they turned out to be assholes.
Yeah.
For like, if I'm hanging out, like if you're coming to my house, hang out with me. Right. You know what I mean?
It's implied we're to spend some time together.
Right. Or I could have just said, here's the key. It's under the mat. I'm going to go out and fucking party with my boys.
Yeah, but hey, I need to crash at your crib, but I got shit planned. So give me a heads up.
Right. Like
it seems like the people that came had something to do, and they didn't want to include the people they were staying with.
That actually sounds like could be a thing.
And then they just acted like, oh, we don't want to impose. We don't want to impose.
Yeah,
we don't want to.
Did you use me so you didn't have to pay for a hotel room for the night?
Fuck.
Like that,
get a hotel with your wife.
Borderline. I don't know if we're friends.
Yeah, ruined my whole weekend.
Right, and that's what our friend said.
And then especially arriving like a Friday night at 10 o'clock because you can't do dick.
Yeah,
you can't even go to sleep.
So he thought he was gonna get into his plans, and then he sits there and he's like waiting for them to come, and he's like, let's have. Oh, we're so tired, we're gonna go to bed. Like, whoa! You don't come to my house at 10 o'clock and then tell me you're going to bed after I canceled all my plans to fucking hang out with you.
Yeah,
somebody's getting fucked up with me.
Yeah,
that's the rules.
Do we know the visitors as well?
No, I didn't delve into it that deep, but or maybe he didn't want to disclose it because I might slip.
Yeah, when people tell us shit these days, don't say it on the podcast. Well, I won't say your name, dickhead, but now the information's mine.
But then,
so
like 2 seconds later, they'll say their name.
Yeah, that will slip too. Or they'll be like, it's more like, use it for the podcast, and like it sucks. And like, okay, I'll do my best, my man.
Yeah. Yeah, like when people tell like comedian, like we're always like, I got a good joke for you. I'm like, okay, and they're like I'm gonna come to your show, and I'm like, I'm not gonna tell that joke.
Oh, that is the worst. That when people are like, hey, look, you should do this. You should say this.
I was like, dude, they got open mics all over the city. Check them out, man. You go for a routine. Yeah, you'd be great.
Good luck.
Yeah, eat a bunch of sleeping pills. Call me more.
Whoa, Zebra, what's your grinder?
They started working on my street, and the flag people were absolutely fucking horrendous. John Burns would be so aggravated with this. So what they did is I live on the corner, and they're blocking my street like halfway where I come up this way, make the right, and I live on the corner. Well, there's just cones out like everywhere. Not like, so I'm talking like 7 or 8 cones. So I drive up. There's a person supposed to be standing there, and they're like letting the people in, but they're not. They're over sitting on a stoop on their fucking phones. So the first time I go through, I just move the cones, and then I drive through, and they're like, "Oh, you can't." I'm like, "I live there." They told me I park on the other side of the street. Oh yeah, okay. I'm like, yeah, like someone should be up there manning the station or whatever. The next day, I get up there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I beep, dude. I'm like, what's going on? Is someone gonna move these cones? Is there actually a person working here or not? No movement.
And you're in the same exact truck that you were driving yesterday when you had this conversation with them.
I get out, move the cones, don't put them back.
Right, of course not.
But then it's go through, and now my other neighbors are coming to me what do you think we should do? I'm like, nothing. I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking keep moving the cones, and then they're gonna be forced to get up and put the fucking cones back. Really, all they need is a road closed sign with someone standing there. When they see someone that lives there, slide it over. But the problem is those 3 are all hanging out together, sitting on this corner, so their supervisor, whatever, isn't watching it.
I have the same exact problem. I have my street, same gas line. They're replacing
gas lines.
They're replacing gas lines throughout the whole fucking city. These motherfuckers have imposed their will on my street.
Yeah.
It's insane. So I have the same thing. I've been moving cones. I've been pulling up to, and you can't come. I'm like, dude, I live right there. One dude hopped out of the fucking high lift on me like he was about to do something. And then he was like, oh, it's you. I talked to you earlier. I'm like, yeah, dude, move the shit.
Don't jump out you're do something first of all.
He jumped out in a real tough manner, and he saw it was me, and he fucking backtracked a little bit. Yeah. So it was much bigger than him. So yeah, so also I don't know if I meant to use this as my gear grinder. I don't think I did. So they shut my fucking gas off and didn't tell me. So I didn't have gas last week for a fucking day. They
with no notice.
No notice.
That
the dude.
sucks.
So we had our meter was still in our coal cellar.
Yeah.
So they had to take the meter out and put it outside. Fine. I've been cool with these dudes. The one day they knock on the door, this fucking kid, he's like, hey, I got to get in there and work. I'm like, where? He was like, your basement. I was like, you have to set a fucking, like, an appointment up, my man. I was like, I'm walking out the door. I was like, you're not coming in here.
Yeah, I'm not leaving.
And he's like,
here.
well, the guy said I got to do it. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Does he live here?
I mean? Like, yeah,
Is
I
this
don't
his house?
care. I was like, come back tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is more than fair, and I'll let you in. So they come back the next day, and the dude, it's the guy now, the fucking high lift guy, and he's like, I guess it's okay for us to come in now. I was like, yeah, when you let someone know that you're going to come into their house and they tell you it's okay, then it's okay to come in. So the dude was nice enough. He does what he has to do. I go downstairs to check on him. He's gone. So I shut my garage door. Like, we have a real weird garage. It's like on the side. We can't even use it, but you could go in and out of it. So I let him out, or he leaves. He's gone. I shut the garage door. I go to work. I come back. There's like a notice on the door, like saying, didn't even say the gas was shut off. It said like they stopped by, and I'm like, what do you mean? There's 15 of these motherfuckers out here all the time. Of course they stop by. So I honestly don't think anything of it until I try to fire up the oven. The fucking gas is off. So we called the number. It was late as hell. The next morning, Leanie goes out. There's some fucking fat foreman sitting in his truck. She was like, hey, we don't have any gas. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's my bad. I should have let you know. Did you call that number? And she's like, no, there's a bunch of you out here. You're sitting here. Figure that she leaves for work at 7 in the morning.
Right.
So
like, this is what you do.
So she calls me. She's like, hey, I talked to the guy. Someone should be here any minute. Don't leave. Wait for them to come. So like, it's like 9 o'clock. I'm like, so I walk outside now. The dude's eating a fucking cup of Jello in the fucking truck. I'm like, cuz.
What kind of person does?
Yeah, you're eating Jello at 9 a.m.
Snack pack?
You fucking animal.
Was it a snack pack?
Yeah. Well, snack packs are pudding, right? Or
Yeah.
I guess
They make Jello ones
I guess
as
it
well.
could be pudding or Jello. So this fucking animal's eating a Jello cup in a fucking truck at 9 in the morning. I'm like, bud, my gas still is on. He said, oh, they haven't came yet. And I'm like, no, they haven't. I was like,
you fat cocksucker,
Yeah.
you've been sitting here all day. You've seen it, no one came.
And he was like, oh, your girlfriend said that you have to go to work. I'm like, yeah, most people do on a Wednesday morning. And he was, oh, all right. I'm gonna get up there. I'm gonna get someone up there as soon as possible. I'm like, any chance you could do it? You don't seem too busy right now.
Right.
And he's like, no, I can't do that. I'm like, okay. So he gets on the fucking horn and calls the guy. Fucking dude comes, and he was like, hey, I turned it on. All you got to do is light your...
all your pilot lights in your house.
pilot light.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't, dude. I was like, light the fucking pilot lights.
Yeah,
and he was
there's like your furnace, your fucking water heater.
He's like, you don't want to do that? I'm like, no, I want you to do it, dude.
Yeah, I didn't turn my gas off.
And I'm not blowing my face off either. I don't know what the fuck you turn that thing. You know what I mean? Like, you light it. You're the gas company. Light the fucking light. So, it's all taken care of. I kind of forgot about it, but it's been a nightmare back and forth. So today there's a knock on the fucking door. Dude at the gas company is at my door, and I'm like, what's up? And he was like, I'm here to turn your gas on. I was like, is my gas off? They're like, yeah, it's been off. I'm like, when? So I'm thinking they shut my gas off again and like didn't tell me. I'm like, did you guys shut my gas off and not tell me my fucking gas? You can't keep shutting my gas off. Then he goes and looks. He's like, oh, it's on. I was like, wait, are you the guy from last week who was like, you're just getting there now? And he was
Imagine
like,
if you had no gas the whole time.
He was like, I mean, they must really be on it. I'm like, I'll see you later, my man. Like,
Get
what
the fuck out of my house.
What the fuck is going on here? Get off my street. They're going to be there for like
months.
they're not going anywhere, man.
They're running the lines all the way up, and that's like what my neighbors were like, can you like talk to them? Because like I'm like,
you got the in with them now.
Well, I'm like an
Well, you're the
outside
younger
work.
one,
Oh yeah, I'm like an outside work guy. I know how to like, but like the working guys, like I get along with easy. Like they'll be like, oh man, you could park your truck there, just have it out of there by 7. I'm like, yeah, no problem. They don't fuck with me. What fucking pissed me off was like they dug a ditch all the way up the street. The ditch is deep, and then we have a driveway, and they didn't put a plate there. So like Addie's like comes out for work, you know what I mean, and was like telling the dude like, dude, I gotta go to work, like I gotta leave like now. Like, how am I supposed to go? He's like, just drive. I was like, oh, you're not supposed to park there. He's like, shit, that's my fucking driveway.
Dude.
Like, you have to put a plate. Like, she was like telling me, like, you're responsible for this. Because she called me. I'm like, they have to put a plate down.
This is insane, these stories.
They came and dragged the plate over, put it over, and they were like, oh, okay, you know. But it's just like, I think the situation hit where, like, they got all this work. They don't really have a ton of trained employees.
Well, yeah, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. You're getting people that just want to show up for a paycheck.
Yeah,
that don't
but
give
still,
a
like the
single
guys
fuck.
running the job, maybe they should be running jobs. But dude, the same shit happened to me. I came home at like 4 o'clock thinking like these dudes will have their day wrapped up. They had the whole street ripped apart.
Yeah.
They totally had a trench going across my whole entire fucking driveway with no plates. You would think they'd give you a heads up, like, hey man, we're digging in front of your house
You can't
today.
go in your driveway for the next 2 days.
And so I pull up, it's 4 o'clock, and they're like, yeah, there's like a giant hole in front of your driveway. I was like, what time do you guys work till? Like, what's going on here? And I was like, you couldn't give me a heads up. He's like, I guess I could put a plate down. I'm like, put the plate down,
like, fantastic
dude.
idea, Einstein.
You're just going to leave this fucking... It's been a fucking nightmare. I actually can't believe I haven't brought it up yet.
See, and you guys were talking shit when I was fucking bitching about those city steps getting built by my house.
No, I mean, it's just...
Now it hits home. Now it's different, you fucking assholes.
I guess so. I got a gear grinder. Not that I just didn't go on a 20-minute rant about the gas company. Lainey bought watery peanut butter. You know, like that fucking fresh, with the fresh peanut, the all natural,
organic.
Fucking, yeah, I'm so fucking fancy and healthy peanut butter.
Gross.
It's
oily as fuck.
She was like, after you stir it up, it's so good. I was like, guess who doesn't want to stir their peanut butter? This guy. You know, get me the Jif. Get me the salmonella fucking Jif.
I'll take Peter Pan, whatever.
Pan. Even the fucking Trader Joe's creamy. Give me that. If you think I'm fucking sticking a spoon in a fucking peanut butter bin and fucking mixing it up, that's disgusting.
Anything that's separated is one step away from where I need it. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, now I'm mixing shit.
Yeah,
and it's just
that's
like,
terrible. Terrible idea.
And it doesn't taste nearly as good. It's so bland. It
just
tastes like just nuts.
Right. There's no like salt or anything added.
It's not processed enough.
Yeah, I need processed.
Yeah, run it through the mixer, too.
If I wanted a peanut, I'd eat a peanut.
Throw a little like fucking glycol in there, whatever you do.
Whatever I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Whatever it is,
make it delicious.
Process it up. I got a couple more, but we went on that rant, so that's But yeah,
save it for next time.
That's what I mean. I'm not gonna fire all my fucking bullets.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was pretty. So I let her. I threw a little hissy fit about the peanut butter.
You're like, first the gas company, now my peanut butter.
Just like, just look at. I get it. You want healthier? Get that fucking puppet away from me. I'm gonna fucking hate this thing, dude. We're gonna have quite the rivalry, dude.
Yeah, I like peanut butter too.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck. Let's take a break.
All right, everybody, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I just drove by your house. You got a giant hole in the side. What's that for? So you can stick your dick in it and your old lady can suck it. You're better than that, man. Get that hole patched up. Why don't you call SNL Remodeling LLC? They do roofing, siding, gutters, downspout, soffit, fascia, and they'll fix that hole so your wife quits sucking everyone's dick. 412-628-9717. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. We're sick of seeing your wife sucking all that cock. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you sick of your general contractor having sex with your wife? Well, I was too, and that's when I found out about Schaefer Inc. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim to firstly be a company principle-driven, and to achieve this, the importance is ethical business practices. That includes great work and not having sex with your wife. Please check out Schaefer Inc. for all your contracting needs. Give them a call at 412-915-1694. That's 412-915-1694. If you're living down the south side inside of a cardboard box and your dog's chewing on your leg and you probably got 73 cents in your McDonald's cup, you're looking for a place to live. Well, guess what? I got good news. Carlson & Associates is the place. They're specializing not just in residential, but also commercial, multifamily investment, historic buildings, and everything else. So get that cardboard box, fold it up, get to the closest payphone and make a call. Call 412-431-1718 to schedule an appointment. Carlson Associate will walk down to your cardboard box and show you other boxes all around the south side. Have a great day, folks, and tell them Z-Bird sent you. Me and my wife didn't know what to do. We had a gigantic tree in our backyard that we had to get cut down. I've never done anything like this before. Who was I supposed to call? Luckily, I found Greater Pitt Tree Service, a locally owned and operated company. They came out, got to work, and got it done in a safe manner, and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. Thank you so much, Greater Pittsburgh Tree Service. And they also do free work for World War II veterans. Please call 412-884-TREE. That's 412-884-TREE. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're having car problems right now, there's not really too many places to go that you can trust. One place you can is Meineke Car Care Center, located at 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. They handle everything, not just oil changes, but brakes, maintenance, everything. So if you have car trouble and you need help, make sure you call Meineke Car Care Center, 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. Phone number 412-451-8968, and ask for Arthur. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're sitting down right now and you're listening to the podcast or watching the podcast, you probably want to order a pizza. And if you do, make sure you order from Capizzuto's Pizza, the official pizza that Greenfield's Finest podcast, located at 422 Greenfield Avenue, phone number 412-521-6570. Mention Greenfield's Finest podcast whenever you call. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest podcast. We're about to jump into What Would Greenfield Do?
What would Greenfield do?
Whoop, whoop.
Would you rather kill 25 kittens in a row or one dog?
Easy. 25 kittens, dude.
One dog.
You rather kill one dog?
Then 25 cats, yeah. Kittens, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Jack, I know you're with me, dude.
I'm with you.
I'll throw a sack of cats off the Greenfield Bridge.
That's not how you could kill them.
There's a specific.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta.
I gotta snap necks.
It gotta be a cat massacre, like one by one.
By hand?
Any way you want to do it.
I just blow them away. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, I guess you could shoot them. Yeah.
It would be.
Fuck those cats.
Yeah, fuck a cat, dude.
Fuck those cats. You never been a dog guy, huh?
I'm a huge dog guy, but I'm not allowed
25.
to have
He's a humanitarian.
25's a lot.
25's a lot of cats.
Fuck, it ain't enough.
If I could kill Sholey's dog, it would definitely be a fair
Oh,
trade.
dude, fuck you. Everybody talks shit to my dog. Paul's dog sucks way worse than my dog.
I just picture myself just like one cat like
Snapping
walks in the
necks.
door.
Yeah.
There's just a pile of cats at my feet.
You're like this. You snap its neck, you throw it over your shoulder.
While Paisley's next to me, like licking her bones.
She's like, I knew I loved you for a reason, Jack.
Fuck those fucking cats.
I agree.
Those sneaky little fuckers.
You can't trust him.
You know who loves cats?
Stutch.
Chicks.
Stutch. He had the
Chicks.
cat scratch fever, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. At least that's what he went with.
That's scratch fever.
Yeah, he definitely had the cat scratch fever. I didn't know that was a real thing.
Well, it was when he
it
went
is.
blind, I think.
Yeah. All right, this is a pretty in-depth one here. Would you rather be the most attractive person in the world but blind, the best singer in the world but deaf, or the best chef in the world but no sense of taste? So, most attractive person in the world but you're blind, best singer but deaf, chef, no taste.
That's easy for me, dude. I'd go chef, bro.
You would go chef?
Absolutely.
I
love to cook, right? I love to cook, and when you cook, you do it not because you want to eat it. You do it so everybody else fucking enjoys it. You know what I mean?
But isn't it like the main? Well, I guess if you know you're the best, like
right? If you're the best chef, you don't have to taste it.
You don't have to taste it, right?
But if I fucking make all you guys like, oh my god, this shit is bomb as fuck. That's your prize right there. You know what I'm saying?
What about being the best looking guy, but you're blind? Like, would that?
Yeah. Okay. So you're smashing coups, but you don't even know what they look like. Is it worth it?
Yeah, and like you could make some money being a model.
But if I'm the best chef, I'm gonna make money too, and I'm gonna make people happy. I'm gonna be smashing coups because I'm feeding them.
What are you going?
Larry gets it. Larry gets it.
The singer but deaf one is almost like equal to the chef one because you could see the people's reaction.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's what I'm going with. I'm going with singer because you'll be able to see. So you're the best singer in the world. You're obviously famous. You're obviously making a ton of money off singing.
Yeah.
So you're doing these shows. You'll be able to see the reaction.
Yeah.
So that that would probably I think I would do that. That would suck. So
wasn't like Beethoven
but you wouldn't
tone deaf or something?
Yeah, I
though,
think
some
he was,
shit like
he
that.
was deaf.
No, I think he was tone deaf. You guys know this. Come on, JD.
But to not be able to hear the crowd reaction would fucking suck.
But
The roar of the crowd, yeah, that would be rough.
Suck. Like if
But
especially
you'd probably be able to pick up on that, I think.
you'd see people going like,
You'd feel the energy.
and then when them lighters came on at the end and you did your ballot,
Cell phone
power
sound,
ballot,
yeah.
and they're like the lighters are in the air and you're just fucking.
Yeah, and you're hard. You know.
I love a good power ballad.
Yes, who doesn't?
Dude, they are fucking bangers, man.
You know who likes a good power ballot? This guy right
Russ. I heard Russ loves a power ballad.
Yes, I think I'm going singer. You're going chef. What are you landing on? Singer too.
Yeah.
All right, last one. How long would you have to starve before you became a cannibal?
I would say 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, you can't. What is it? 3 weeks you can't live without food.
No,
for
I
3
think you
weeks.
could live a long time without food.
No, I think
I
it's
watched Naked and Afraid. I think you got 3 days
No.
for water,
No.
3
water,
weeks
water,
for
yeah.
food, and then it's 3 months without
That's why I
shelter or
said-
some shit like that.
that's
It's
why
like
I
the
said-
rule of threes or
That's
something.
why I said 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
If I'm gonna die right before I die, it's between dying and eating some person.
I'll eat all those cats I just killed.
I eat the person.
So this is saying 8 to 21. Yeah, 8 to 21 days.
That's Trey Weeks, cuz.
Yeah, it is. Man, I don't know though. Like, fuck, you'd be so hungry in 3 fucking
What was
weeks.
that fucking movie where they were in the plane crash?
Alive.
Yeah,
Alive,
that was
yeah.
a good one. How long were they there before they started eating butt cheeks?
I feel like they start firing out them cheeks pretty quick.
They were greasing roots right off the.
They're like,
spin.
you know what, dude? It's been 25 minutes. I'm starving.
Yeah.
Well,
He
that's-
was like, get Kenny's root down.
Well,
Give me a slice of Kenny's root and,
that's
and a
where you-
Heather's tip.
That was that dude in New York greasing roots on the steps. It took him 12 minutes.
if you're gonna do it, you want to be in the cold. That way, that meat stays fresh.
It's fresh, obviously.
Yeah.
Nobody wants fucking rancid booty meat.
Yeah, I don't want no booty meat that comes from the swamp down there in Florida. You know what I mean?
You would think booty meat's probably like the first thing people go for because it's so easy. Just like it'd probably be the easiest to cut.
To cook, you could slice booty, you could chop it up, you could fillet
You
the
could
booty.
boil it, broil it,
Yeah.
saute it.
The boy did know his booty now. He sure do eat a lot of booty.
Yeah, I don't know if there were some dead people next to me and I'm on like day I don't know 6 or 7, man. You're starving.
Right, but then you start getting in your own head. You're gonna have to be like, all right, I can't do it. Then it's to the point where you're like, I have to do this or I'm gonna die too.
That's why I think I just
3
feel,
weeks is
I
a
feel
good
like
time.
in my head, I would literally wait till it's like I'm gonna die
Dire.
before I did.
Yeah.
And, like if it takes like the 3 weeks. Now maybe if like I might lose my mind at 15 days, but I'm just saying like if it's like 3 weeks is like the very end, I'd probably prolong it to as long as possible.
After
Yeah,
14 days, Steve's root looks like a meatloaf.
Yeah,
it's easy to say when
a root loaf.
Yeah, it's easy to say that when we all just had dinner like a couple hours ago.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I'd probably
Root
crack
loaf.
about like 7 or 8 days. I'd probably.
Jack, you hungry son of a bitch. Can your stomach can your colon even handle eating human?
It wouldn't be good, dude. It would be a mess.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
It would be a mess.
Dude, we could eat Larry for like a week. Larry got a big old root. I'd be like let me
JD,
get,
we'd all starve for JD.
Yeah, we could fuck with JD.
let me get a leg of Larry, and I'll just fucking gnaw on his fucking leg for weeks.
I mean,
Leg of Larry.
if we're gonna go the 4 of us, like you're the one that we're gonna be eating.
You got all the root.
Yeah,
guys.
you got all the meat.
You got
the
to go.
root. You got
my
you got
milkshake. Girl, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
You got all that thigh, all that ass.
Man, come on and get some. Get your motherfucking mind right, Moneyline.
We'll put you right on the spit.
That's it.
All right, that's all I got.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. We had a really fun show. Let us know what you think about Russ coming back. Also, don't forget our live show tickets for September 2nd. It's up right now, posted at Bottle Rocket Social. It's all over our social media. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us on YouTube. And also, a big comedy show this week at Contra Theater. Joe Welsh is going to be headlining, so grab your tickets for that. Please come out and support us. It really helps us out. Everyone have a great week. And remember, folks, Greenfield loves you. We're out.